action with the bill.
What's up, going?
Pull over. Excuse me.
What's the problem?
I've lost my little girl. Thing.
In the precinct?
No, well, possibly. I don't know.
Well, you think you've lost her?
Well, I left her with a friend and we arranged to meet here, but I've been waiting for half an hour now.
Well, are you sure about the time you're supposed to meet?
Oh, yeah.
And the place?
Yeah, positive.
How old's your little girl?
She's 5.
That's probably a simple explanation.
Right, what's your little girl's name?
Natalie Latham.
Right, and the friend?
Betty.
Right, I'll go and get security to do a PA announcement, yeah?
Well, they might not be in the precinct.
All right, first things first.
Well, can you put the call out over the PA system? I could try.
Trafalgar House is expected to launch a new takeover bid for Northern Electric. Industry analysts say now that the review of electricity prices is over, the company is an obvious target. And that's our news this Friday evening. Next regional update is on local radio's Night Network at 10. From all of us, though, a very good night.
Good evening. Well, most parts of the country are going to have spells of quite warm and sunny weather this weekend. That's probably a good thing, though, that parts of the east coast will remain rather cool and misty. At least you don't have to worry about sunburn, because the sun's strong enough for this weekend. It means just half an hour or so and most people's skin will start to burn. And there will be sunshine around. The high pressure is going to build. Right now we've still got a very weak weather front, still straddled from the southern areas of Ireland up around parts of northern Wales and northern England. And this is the zone that will remain quite cloudy overnight, maybe with some spots of drizzle and rain even by the end of the night. Somewhat clearer skies beginning to come in across most of Scotland and Northern Ireland, but low cloud and mist filling in the south, where it will be sticky and warm throughout the night. Well, the high pressure will start to build through the weekend then, bringing the dry conditions, bringing rather a lot in the way of warmth and sunshine to the south and west in particular. But an old remnant of this front here, well, that may bring rather more in the way of cloudiness and a little drizzle through Northern Ireland and the west of Scotland late Saturday and into Sunday. That old weather front still hanging around across central areas of Britain first thing on Saturday morning, though. It'll start to break up and most of the drizzle will fairly soon fizzle out in the morning. Sunny spells beginning to break through, but near the east coast we may see rather more in the way of low cloud and mist rolling in right down towards North Norfolk by the end of the day. Sunny spells breaking through fairly readily across southern regions of the country and across Northern Ireland and Scotland as well. The real hot weather down in the south, notably cooler than today in parts of northeast England and around the east coast because the breeze has changed direction. At least that means they'll see lower pollen levels along the east coast, because I'm afraid those levels inland are set to become higher in all areas by Sunday. Lots of sunshine around in the south and west on Sunday. A little bit of cloud bringing some drizzle around the west to the northern areas of Scotland, and that mistiness and low cloud hanging around near the east coast. So still cool near the east coast, getting even hotter across parts of the south, up into the 80s in places. Bye-bye.
Alexei Sale continues to show his own distinctive brand of comedy on BBC Two now.
Saturday night on BBC One. 5:20, and that's Show Business, hosted by Mike Smith. 10 to 6, get into a flap with Dale Winton and pets win prizes.
Oh, look at the way he's looking at me.
At 6:30, even superheroes have bad days.
Superman, you let them get away.
It's no big deal, Lois. Most criminals are repeat offenders. I'll probably just catch them again later.
What?
Join Joan Rivers, Edwin Collins and Emanate on The People Show at 7:20. It's rollover week on the live lottery draw at 8 with an estimated jackpot of £19 million. At 8:15, Desert Island Life with Joanna Lumley.
Isn't that great?
9:30, it's Chicago Hope.
It looks good. How do you people do what you do?
That's Saturday evening's entertainment on BBC One.
BBC One's Clint Eastwood season is concluded in 55 minutes with Don Siegel's reconstruction of the one and only successful escape from Alcatraz. Now, on BBC One, Michael Burke looks back at some of the more remarkable reconstructions from last year's series of 999.
All of tonight's rescues are true stories.
We've sometimes used actors or stuntmen, but everything you see and hear is based on the accounts of the people involved. They've helped us to reconstruct events as they happened. Tonight on 999, one man's desperate bid for survival, alone in the Scottish Highlands. How you can survive too, if you get stuck in the snow. And a daring rescue off the Scilly Isles, captured on video as it happened. This brand new stretch of crash barrier is the only evidence of a lorry crash that tested London's rescue services to the limit. So demanding was the incident that more than £2 million worth of rescue equipment was brought in, involving not just the fire, ambulance and police services, but the helicopter emergency medical service that performed an emergency operation right here by the roadside. Our reconstruction shows how all these rescuers scrambled to get here, and how they worked together for hours to keep the driver alive and set him free.
Usually when you're going on the emergency call, you're thinking, can I deal with this situation? What will I expect?
You know the serious jobs are going to come, so it's only a question of time, and you never know what it's going to be. So the anticipation is quite something.
1-1 from 2-9. Whereabouts at Waterworks is this lorry overturned? Is it actually on the roundabout or underneath? Over.
Alan, can you get the fluids from the warmer, please?
OK, mate, I'll do that. You got the radios?
Yep, they're both on board, so is the Thomas pack.
Half the challenge of the job is not knowing what we're going to find until we get there, and often it's something very serious, which we have very little time to think about and need to act very quickly.
Oh shit, it's hanging over. On the slip road down to the A406 from Waterworks, it's half over. Lane closing on the A406 eastbound. Yes, I say, what way? Did you hear that?
What they found when they arrived was so extraordinary it surprised even the rescue services. A 17-ton lorry had turned over and impaled itself on a crash barrier, trapping the driver in his cab. To make matters worse, it was balanced precariously on the edge of a 30-foot drop.
Careful over there. Is he conscious?
I'm not sure.
I had to climb over the crash barrier before I could get a view of him. Hello, can you hear me? Everything goes in slow motion while you're trying to think, right, what am I going to do first? How am I going to deal with this one?
Just squeeze through. Spring shape,
yeah. Just reach in. That's it. What's your name, mate? Tell us where you're hurting. Where's the pain? Your arm. I'm trying to keep it still. We'll get you out as soon as we can. Can you move your legs at all? His arm was obviously broken. His breathing was quite bad. There was definitely a risk of spinal injuries there.
I'll stay with you all the time, OK?
His legs were trapped, so we couldn't tell whether his legs were fractured or not at that time. His injuries were very serious, really. Just reach in a bit closer to you.
Take it safe, man. me. Hello, I'm Dr. Stephen from the helicopter. How are we doing?
I was quite surprised that he was still alive, and I realised at that stage we were going to be there for a long time with a very seriously injured patient. The other problem was actually how anyone was going to get into the lorry. We were so badly entangled, there was very little room for anyone to climb in.
Okay, I'll have to go and see if there's somewhere I can get into the cab then. It's rather tight in there. Hazel, we'll just have to lock the picture here.
The fire brigade's first job was to take off the passenger door to make some space to let Dr. Charles Deakin get into the cab and start treating Steve, the driver.
It's all right, Steve. Look, we're just trying to cut you out. You'll be out soon. I know there's a lot of noise, but it's all to get you out. Just try and bear with it for a little bit longer. At the time, you feel so frustrated with all the metal and wreckage wrapped round him. Sort of engulfing him, swallowing him up. And the urge to tear it all away and find some kind of extra super strength to rip it all away and get him out.
As I climbed down towards Stephen, it became very obvious how lucky he was to be alive.
Steve, hello. Steve, how are you doing? Just come to check you over, see how you are.
His head was only an inch away from the railings, and if the lorry had skewed slightly further to one side, it would have taken his head off without any doubt. I then had a listen to his chest, and it was then obvious that both his lungs had collapsed.
He's got poor breath sounds on both sides. I think he's got a pneumothorax on both sides, but he's so badly trapped I can't really get to him to do very much.
It was a real problem, and I'd never been to anything as bad as this.
By now, the fire brigade had brought in a huge aerial lifting platform that they could work from. The firemen were still trying to cut open the buckled cab. Their job was made more difficult because it was actually constructed from extra tough, crush-resistant metal for safety reasons.
For the majority of smaller accidents or low-speed accidents, it's going to protect the majority of people inside those cabs. But with a severe entrapment of this nature, we end up trying to cut through the reinforcings within those cabs, which is like scaffold poles running through the pillars and doorposts, and that creates a major problem for us.
It meant a slow, grueling task for the fire brigade.
Well tracked here by a little bit.
Well, let's get some gear out, guys. We need some lines straight off and bring one down here.
Dr. Deakin, Hazel and the medical team were getting more and more concerned about Steve's condition. Despite their efforts, he was getting weaker and weaker.
That's it. I know it's uncomfortable, but it's helping you breathe. What's the blood pressure?
Systolic 100, O2 85, pulse 130.
His blood pressure was beginning to drop from possibly internal bleeding. Unless we managed to get him out very quickly, he would end up dying still entrapped in the lorry, and I thought really we only had a few minutes to get him out.
We need to be thinking about getting him out quite quickly. We haven't got very much time left. Okay, we'll see what we can do.
When Charles turned round and said to me, in his polite, inimitable way, like all doctors have at accidents, I think we ought to be getting him out now, that puts an inference on the rescue scene that we've got to react to immediately. So we had to rethink our strategy. We became desperate for a time.
Officer, we're going to attempt to push the whole truck that way. We're going to attempt to push the whole truck that way about 1 foot.
Steve? You could feel the panic building up to the point where you thought, you know, what sort of outcome is this job going to have?
The plan they'd quickly come up with was to try to lever the cab off the crash railings using a powerful hydraulic ram. But the engine housing had to be strong enough to take it. If it worked, they could free the driver quickly, but it was a very risky maneuver.
That's it. Plenty of room down here. He's coming free.
It actually was working, and you could see his legs starting to appear, come into view, and he thought, right, this is the chance to actually get him out.
What was that?
It was the engine housing. I'm not going to attempt this again.
Okay, Steve.
He was very lucky and there'd been no further injuries, but it was a big setback, and we really didn't see at that stage how we were ever going to get him out.
Everyone felt really downhearted about that.
It is the depths of despair And you've got to snap yourself out of it. You've got to shake yourself, bring yourself back to the reality that you can still work and you may still be successful.
Cutting.
So it was back to their original plan, slowly cutting away the crushed metal around Steve so that they could reach the steering column that was pinning down his legs.
This was going to be the trickiest moment of the whole instance because it was so confined. We had to make enough room to place this powerful cutter down there. As the cut's being made, the tool is going to twist. So you've got to anticipate the movement of the tool because your hand's on that tool to operate it. And if he came in contact with metal, he could pinch your fingers off quite easily. And also as it twists, it could come into contact with the casualty. So the placing of that tool is vital.
Steve's condition was still worrying Dr. Deakin.
One more cut, Doc, and I'm ready to actually cut the column. Right, as I start to touch this, it's going to twist into the metalwork, so once it's committed, I'm afraid it's committed. Right, everybody ready for this?
Yeah.
Got it. Tightening on it. Brace yourselves. Okay, that's the column free.
Such a great relief. You know you're winning, and you know he's still alive and breathing, so you're in with a chance. But we still had to make more space to untangle his legs.
Len Watson and the rescue team then began what they hoped would be the final effort to free Steve. They were using hydraulic spreading equipment, but they were working dangerously close to Steve's legs. Steve was free after being trapped for nearly 2 hours, but now they had to move him carefully onto the aerial lifting platform, or ALP.
Alan, he's going to give the orders for everything on the ALP, okay? Everyone got that? Alan, it's for you. All right, at the top. After 3. 1, 2, 3. Nice and gently. Listen to Alan. Right, orthopedic coming under now. Right, we've got his head. Nice and gently. Now push it to me. Lovely. So we take the oxygen off him.
It was very difficult lifting him out without moving his back too much to avoid aggravating any spinal injury that might have been there. And it took a lot of hands to lift him out very carefully. We then moved him onto the fire brigade lifting platform, and all the monitoring and his drips had to go with him. And there were a few minutes then that I was very worried, because obviously if something had gone wrong and he'd deteriorated while he was in mid-air, it would have been impossible to do anything at that stage.
Steve was out safely, but his condition was critical. He could die at any moment. Dr. Deakin had to take the risk of carrying out an emergency operation on Steve's collapsed lungs at the roadside.
It was something that we needed to treat straight away, although it's quite a painful procedure to have done and something that we wouldn't normally do on the roadside. It really couldn't wait until we were back at hospital.
The operation helped save Steve's life, and despite his serious injuries, he spent only 10 days in hospital after the accident. This is what remains of his lorry. It's 3 months later, and the first time that Steve has seen the vehicle since he was cut out of the cab.
I've seen it. It makes me feel, well, grateful, really, just to be alive. Really grateful. Very thought-provoking, isn't it? I think I was in it. I had no idea it was like this at all, to be honest with you. It's not the same vehicle I remember. Unrecognisable. As I went round the bend, I had a feeling of going over slightly, like lifting slightly and moving to my right, and then a blank. I can vaguely remember being asked questions by the emergency services, but actually being stuck inside this, I don't remember anything, fortunately, I think. So lucky to get out of it, thinking how close I was to death. I was that far away from it.
Well, it's mind-blowing. Technology has given us the equipment, and we've gained the expertise to handle a situation of this magnitude. It's something that I can boast that I was at that was a success, knowing full well that only a few years ago, this man would have had no chance of survival.
We've been to about 700 road traffic accidents, and this is the longest entrapment that we've ever been involved with. Stephen was very lucky to be alive when we got there. He was even luckier to be alive by the time we'd actually got him back to the hospital. And it was one of the nastiest and serious accidents that I've ever seen.
We all work together. You can't do it alone. And everyone has to help each other to make a rescue successful. It's definitely one of the best for being successful.
Ambulance service, can I help you?
Every time a call's answered in an ambulance control room, it means someone somewhere needs help. This week's Lifesaver story tells what happened as a result of just one of these calls, one which was routinely recorded. Leah McKee from Dursley in Gloucestershire was forced to dial 999 because of these apparently harmless polystyrene balls that are used to stuff bean bags. Her 2-year-old son, Luke, had managed to open one of these bean bags while he was playing in his bedroom with near-fatal results. We've used an actress and her son in our reconstruction, but the telephone conversation you'll hear is the real 999 call, which was answered by ambulance control man Bob Eilert. In the minutes that followed, Leah was forced to draw on her memories of a first aid course that she'd attended when she was only 13 years old.
Well, it was just an ordinary day, like any other. Luke was playing. I was doing the housework. I'd just finished the ironing. Luke was in his bedroom, just sat on his beanbag, and I heard him cry. And then he just stopped, and I just knew something was wrong. And I ran into the bedroom, pulled him out, but he was just unconscious by then. And I just really panicked. Ran downstairs with him to call the ambulance.
Your name, please?
Mrs. McKee.
Okay, we'll have somebody on the way to
What
you.
shall I do? He's going blue. He's swallowed things.
He's swallowed...
Out of a polystyrene beanbag.
Yeah, okay, can you see any in the mouth?
Oh gosh, I can't open his mouth.
While I was talking to Bob on the phone, Luke had been breathing. He was breathing very difficult, very shallow. He suddenly just stopped breathing, and he was just dying in front of me. And I didn't know what to do. I was so frightened.
He's got a very peculiar colour.
He's got a peculiar... Is he breathing all right now?
He's having a lot of trouble.
He's having a lot of trouble to breathe. Okay, then. Right. If you could help him with his breathing, okay? Okay, just see, try and take a gently little breath.
I did a Red Cross course when I was younger. We did the resuscitation on a dummy. And that really did stick in my mind because they do look like real people. But it's completely different when it's your own child in front of you and he's not breathing.
How's it going now?
He's sounding a bit better now.
He's sounding a bit better, good. Watch his breathing, okay? They get into everything, don't they, these 2-year-olds?
Okay.
It was Bob really that prompted me. I just couldn't remember a thing. Seeing Luke there and being, you know, my own son, it was just so frightening.
Is he coming round at all?
Yes, he's still breathing.
Still breathing, oh, smashing, that's all right.
I think the ambulance is here.
Oh, that's good, okay.
If I hadn't been able to talk to Bob on the phone, I don't know if Luke would be alive today, because I was just very frightened and so panicked at seeing Luke like that, in that situation. And Bob was he was just a friend when I needed him, and I could talk to him.
These dry ski slopes aren't the real thing, but they're okay for brushing up on technique before you head for the mountains. 650,000 of us go on an annual skiing holiday on the proper snow. Most of us return without injury or incident, which all adds to the sport's free and easy image. But all that fun may encourage a false sense of security. A mountain environment in the middle of winter is a more dangerous place than most people realise. And skiers should be prepared to survive potentially hostile conditions. On a good skiing day, as many as 22,000 people head for Scotland's ski resorts. It's by far the most popular of winter sports. White Corris Centre in Glencoe was the first commercial ski centre to be established in Scotland. That was back in 1960, but last winter alone, more than 30,000 people came to enjoy the facilities here.
Wish us luck.
Nevertheless, the local ski patrol says it's only too easy to underestimate the dangers.
The thing to remember is that you're in a mountain environment, and you're in that mountain environment in bad weather. Skiing on your own increases the risk. Obviously, if you are on your own and you fall, injure yourself, there's no one there to report back.
Among the crowds at White Corries one Saturday just after Christmas was 36-year-old Bobby Anderson, a minister with the Church of Scotland, who'd been skiing for 2 years. He'd left his wife and children at home for the day. He's played here by an actor.
Bobby's been skiing for a couple of years. He took it up as a sport that he could do on his own. I was pleased he was going, he was pleased he was going. I told him not to hurry back, that we weren't doing anything, he had plenty of time, and off he went.
The mist conditions that day were bad, but not abnormally bad for Scottish skiing. The rule is that if you're going to get skiing in Scotland, you've got to be prepared to put up with bad weather. Rain, hail, sleet or snow.
£15, please. Right, thanks.
That day, Bobby would have found himself engulfed in dense mist as he went up on the toe. It would have been only too easy under those conditions to lose sight of other skiers. But Bobby evidently set off in what he hoped was the right direction.
It was quite easy to ski along, and once you're skiing, if you've perhaps got limited experience, very, very quickly you can move a reasonable distance in the mist and quite quickly become completely lost.
But around half an hour after Bobby went up, conditions deteriorated still further, and the decision was taken to stop all skiing and close the toe. As a last precaution, the ski patrol checked all the runs to make sure no skiers were left on the mountain. But they didn't find Bobby.
Peter, just let you know that's the mountain clear. We're making our way over to the access chairlift to go down, over.
OK, Davey, I'm just coming too.
Bobby had become completely disorientated. Lost and confused, he'd gone down the wrong side of the mountain and was soon in dangerous territory, far beyond his capacity as a skier.
The visibility was extremely bad, and the other thing was, of course, that by this time Bobby was nowhere near on an official run, had skied off onto wilderness terrain, and of course we'd very, very small chance of seeing him under those conditions.
Darkness fell soon after. By then, Bobby would have realized just how lost he'd become. He must have decided to try to climb back up to the ski toe, but by this time there was a howling gale and visibility was very poor. The climb must have taken him several hours.
Under these conditions, the killer, if you like, is the wind. That night, the wind chill factor would be very, very high.
Bobby became too exhausted to go any further. His only hope of survival was to build some kind of shelter. He didn't know much about mountain survival techniques, but he knew enough to try building a snow hole.
A snow hole is a means of getting out of the wind, and it can take any form. One can dig a hole straight down and lie in it, or dig a hole into a snowbank and crawl into it.
The snow hole was as good as he could make it. Bobby marked the spot by putting his skis in a cross, an internationally recognized distress signal. All he could do then was to bury himself inside and hope.
Our oldest child had gone to sleep, and then I was in the house with nothing else to distract me, and I certainly would have thought he'd be home by that time. So I set a time limit of 10 o'clock, and I thought if he's not home by then, I'm going to act.
By late evening, the ski patrol noticed that one vehicle was left in the car park and decided to contact the police.
I gathered together information about his car,
looked up the local police number, and I think just before 10, I phoned them.
Hello, my name is Mrs. Anderson. I'm a bit worried about my husband.
When they gave me the definite news that his car was in that car park, that was the beginning of a nightmare. I remember I just kept saying, dear God, as the thought of what that meant ran through my mind, that he was stuck on the mountain, had been for some hours in the cold and the darkness.
It was extremely cold that night, snowing heavily. The risks of death are real, and people die from these reasons every winter in the Scottish Hills.
We started a fairly intensive search of the area. The ski patrol personnel went up at the mountain and skied down in a zigzag pattern, covering a lot of territory. The Glencoe rescue team were mainly concentrated in areas where we had trouble in the past, where people strayed away from the piste and got into difficulty. And they were operating in quite bad conditions. The avalanche risk was quite high.
I couldn't quite believe this was happening. The horror of what might be happening to Bobby was the main thing that struck me again and again. But I couldn't feel sentimental, or I knew I mustn't panic. I felt I had to prepare myself for the fact that he might not come back. And one of the main things that ran through my mind was how dreadful it would be for the children, who are 8 and 6 and 2. The 2-year-old would have no memory of him at all.
Around 5 o'clock the following morning, the rescuers had to make a very difficult decision.
In the end, we decided we had done as much as we could under the circumstances, and we, really exposed the team to the kind of, really the limit of safety, and we called the search off. We've got to weigh up the possibilities, the victim's survival against the capability of the team, against the conditions and the possible reinforcements you might get the next day. So it is a very difficult decision to make, knowing as you make that decision that someone might possibly be dying.
I decided at this point that I would be completely open with the children about what was happening. I told my 6-year-old daughter, I'll never forget the look of her face. Every bit of colour drained from her face, and her eyes grew enormous. She reached over to the fridge, which was just beside us, and took a magnet of Mickey Mouse skiing down a mountain, and she held it close and said, I'm going to call this Daddy.
When the search was resumed on the Sunday, between 7:30 and 8 o'clock in the morning, the visibility was clear to the top of the mountain, but the forecast for that day, for the Sunday, was extremely bad. So we had that opportunity of perhaps checking the hill in good visibility. 2 of the patrollers, Stevie and Ian, took that opportunity to go up to the top of the mountain and start traversing the upper parts of the main runs. And it was on that traverse that they noticed something sticking out of the snow across skis.
But during the night, several feet of snow had fallen, and there was now no trace of Bobby's makeshift shelter. No suggestion that he might still be alive.
At that stage, we were pessimistic and were expecting perhaps to look for someone who was going to be in a bad condition.
Done well.
It was against everybody's expectations that anyone could have survived the night, but he had.
I'll have you in a minute or two.
Rescue to base. Well, we're carrying a casualty. He's uninjured, repeat, uninjured.
I'd been holding myself together all day and all night, and when I was finally rescued, I began to let go, and that was almost uncontrollable. I couldn't hold on to myself anymore. I was just shivering. I was terrified. The whole experience began to hit me once I had some other people to talk to. I decided to dig a snow hole because I'd read in the papers and seen in television reports of climbers digging snow holes and surviving nights in the mountain in them. I realised some people survive and some people don't, and I hoped that I would be one of the ones that would survive. And I was frightened of falling asleep and just passing away with hypothermia in the night. I had passed out about 4 o'clock in the morning, I think, and the next thing I was conscious of was hearing birds singing, 1 or 2 birds calling to one another. And that was a lovely feeling. I felt like I was waking up in bed at home in a summer morning. And then slowly it dawned on me where I was, and at first I felt elated that I was still alive. I thought, well, I can feel something, I can hear something, I'm still alive, great.
Paul, good. Get your initial point.
There was about a foot of snow above my head. It drifted during the night. And then I got really terrified and managed, by digging down and digging up at the same time, to make a small hole to breathe through. And once the hole appeared, I could see blue sky. And that was a great moment to realise that it was daylight.
Well done.
Bobby was taken to hospital suffering from hypothermia and frostbite. Within 24 hours, though, he was allowed home with no permanent injury.
Some 15 to 20 minutes after finding him, the weather closed in again. Sunday ended up being a very bad day in terms of weather. High winds, mist, more snow, and if we hadn't had that weather window opportunity, it would have been very, very difficult to find him under the conditions which came in again on the Sunday.
I feel enormously grateful to all the people who looked for Bobby. I can't express what I feel in words for the people who went out to look for him and brought him back to us. If they hadn't gone out, he wouldn't be here.
Knowing how to build a snow hole certainly helped to save Robert Anderson's life. A properly built snow hole not only shields you from the elements, but it can help insulate you from the cold. It can be minus 10 degrees outside, but as much as plus 1 or 2 degrees inside. These sorts of survival techniques have never been more important. More and more people are climbing and walking as well as skiing. But the grim reality is that more than 30 people have died in the last 2 years in the Scottish mountains alone. These plastic survival bags can make the difference between life and death. They're light to carry. They're bright, so they can easily be seen in the snow, and they only cost a few pounds. In fact, it might be a good idea to keep one in your car, because that's where the majority of us run the most risk of getting stuck in the snow. The experts at the Robert Gordon Institute in Aberdeen run a survival course for motorists. Survival, they say, is a matter of common sense. So follow these guidelines to stay safe and warm. Before you leave, put together your own survival kit from things you'll find around the house. A flask of hot water, waterproof clothing, Wellington boots, a sleeping bag, perhaps even some food and a shovel. All simple items, but any one of them could help save your life. If the worst does happen and your car gets stuck, don't try and go for help unless you can actually see where you're heading for. Every year there are terrible stories of people being found dead just yards from safety. Cars provide protection from the wind, wet and cold, so stay with your car. You'll probably have to do some work outside the car, like making sure the exhaust is clear. Then get back in the car out of the cold and run the engine and heater for 15 minutes out of every hour. Make this a routine that'll help keep you alert. But remember, always keep a window partly open for ventilation, in case exhaust fumes are being pumped inside by the car's heater. If you have to dig snow away from the car, be careful not to overexert yourself. Getting too hot will make you sweat, and this moisture next to the skin will reduce your body temperature. Take some layers off before you start to dig, and put them on again once you're back in the car. 25% of our body heat is lost through the head, so keep it covered. In an emergency, anything will do. It doesn't have to be a hat. And in extreme conditions, use the foam and vinyl from the car's upholstery to wrap around yourself under your clothes. A layer of newspaper inside the windows will improve the car's insulation. And remember that a carrier bag or dustbin liner will help to keep your feet warm and dry. Filled with snow, a bag can also stop the wind getting through a gap in the bodywork or broken windows. And tied to a car aerial, it'll help rescuers find you, even in deep snowdrifts. People have been known to survive in their cars for days by following this advice. But even in the worst conditions, it's very unusual to be stranded for more than 24 hours. So sit tight and wait for help to arrive. All around our coasts, lifeboats like this, manned by volunteer crews, save more than 1,000 lives a year. Most of their work happens miles offshore and is rarely seen, but one recent rescue was captured in its entirety on video. That was possible because the lifeboat, which is designed for the deep sea, had to operate this time in dangerously shallow water in a bay close to land and was watched by people on the island of St Mary's. It's the largest of the Isles of Scilly here, which are about 30 miles or so from the mainland. They have their fair share of high seas, but they're popular with experienced sailors from the mainland. In this reconstruction, the solo yachtsman Roger Adcock is played by an actor, but all the lifeboatmen are those who made the actual rescue that day.
My job on the lifeboat as acting mechanic is to make sure the boat is ready to run to sea 24 hours a day. Scilly is a very tranquil and peaceful place, but every now and again, all hell lets loose.
My responsibility as coxswain is the safety of the boat and the crew, making all the decisions when we go to sea. I'm a fisherman by trade, know the rocks around Scilly and the tide pretty well by now. Catches a lot of mainland people out used to sheltered waters and come out in the open sea. And the tide running against wind.
I'm the second coxswain. If Barry's away fishing, I'm the next bloke to cox a boat. I've always worked on boats in one way or another. I find it very easy to paint them, having been sat on board of them for what feels like 24 hours a day for the last 15 years.
That day, Roger Adcock had sailed here alone.
I left Falmouth, I think it was a Thursday night, because I arrived here on the Friday morning. We'd been through a couple of rough spells, the boat was rolling. It went all through the night, then the weather started changing.
Roger found what he thought would be a safe anchorage in Porthcresser Bay.
I decided to stay there against moving around to St Mary's, and that's when the trouble started.
When the yacht went there, it was probably a reasonable place to go because the wind seemed to be more up into the northeast. By the time it had swung and settled towards the south, there was no way for the boat to come out. It was just too bad.
I was just sitting down listening to the football, the radio all afternoon. It was rolling lots, so I just jammed myself in. I couldn't do much else.
Roger was a stranger to the place, and it all took over before he could do much about it.
All right, John? Yeah, all right, Bernie. Yeah, there you are, Barry. You can see him there. Ain't looking very good, is it?
I don't like looking at it at all.
Barry, the lifeboat coxswain, and the honorary secretary, John Nichols, had to decide whether to attempt to rescue.
The situation is getting worse. We think we will launch immediately. Could you please activate my cruise bleepers right away, please? Thank you.
Falmouth Coast Guard, Roger out.
That's a lifeboat, Maroons. It's probably for that yacht.
Oh, I hope there's nobody.
Camera.
Richie Christopher had been a lifeboatman himself and knew the yacht he began to film was in trouble.
Waves started breaking, the rollers were coming in. As long as it was rolling, there was no problem. It was just when the surf was breaking outside that the problem was, when we started taking water.
The grass is now becoming a little bit slippy, and that rain continues to drive it.
The yacht in Porthcresser. Not expecting that. It is very nice in here. Right, guys. Here we go.
The crew launched a boarding boat to get them out to the lifeboat itself in a matter of seconds.
You felt practically useless, really, because there was nothing you could really do. You wanted to be doing something. You think, you know, if I could swim out there and help the guy, or if I could row out in a boat, you know, I mean, it was a horrible day and there was some nasty waves. So the only people that was going to help the man was the lifeboat crew.
So far, attempts to contact the yacht by radio had failed, and conditions were getting worse all the time. Roger himself now realised the seriousness of his position.
This wave came in, and then the second or third came over. Once it started breaking over the stern, the water was just coming in, and I couldn't get rid of it.
We headed straight off round to the bay. From outside looking in, it didn't look very nice at all. It was breaking virtually all the way in, and it was not a pretty sight.
I never realised how serious it was. I just didn't think anything would happen. I had to do something. I was trying to work out what really, and I noticed the lifeboat coming. I felt terrible when I saw the lifeboat. As if it was all your own fault, you shouldn't have been there. That was the worst I felt about the whole event, really. It is a guilt that I think you should look after yourself and not expect people to risk their lives just to get you out of the mess.
Distress yacht in Port Crescent Bay. This is St. Mary's lifeboat on Channel 16. Do you receive, over?
At last, Roger heard the radio.
Do you receive, over? This is St. Mary's lifeboat calling. Do you receive, over? Lifeboat, this is yacht in Port Crescent Bay. Over. We're going to come and approach you now. Would you please get up on deck, ready to receive the line, over? Okay, I'm coming up on deck now.
I was terribly worried about him because he was there on his own. He'd been sat there watching the situation worsen. I have a little boat of my own, and I know that the last thing you want to do is to call somebody if you got into trouble.
The sea was building up in sets of about sort of 3 or 4, maybe 5 big waves. And as the tide was dropping, so they were getting bigger and eventually started breaking right where the yacht was anchored. So the yacht was taking the full force of the waves hitting into the side of it. I just kept the camera fixed in one spot, trying to hold it still with the very gusty weather conditions.
The one thing that was on my mind the whole time once we entered into Port Crescent was the fact that it was very tight for the water depth. But our coxswain's a crabber, and they work in tight to rock, and he knew what he was doing from above.
Less than 5 feet of water, and the lifeboat could hit the bottom.
You could feel or hear the gravel in the wash of the water going away from the propellers, which said, okay, we're pulling very close to the bottom.
The crew were now risking their lives.
Barry manoeuvred the boat in, and we decided to get a line onto the yacht, pull him out clear and sort him out in calmer water. Eventually, with 2 or 3 attempts, got the first heaving line into the cockpit of the yacht, which is very difficult to aim at. He was just pulling it into the boat. A batch of 3 waves came through and knocked the boat virtually on its side, and the heaving line must have parted out or something.
Line's gone, Barry.
I must have seen the waves coming, because several times I ducked down. I went in the water and could only assume I was under shock, because it seemed It's almost in slow motion. And again, it's just smooth and gradual. Surreal almost.
As Roger tried desperately to get out of the freezing water, the biggest wave yet caught the yacht. It started to break up.
I heard the crack of the mast go, and I thought, well, this is really turning very ugly now, and at the same time the coxswain called down and said, let him know we're going to take him off.
Okay, we're going to take you off now. What?
The lifeboat now had to maneuver in closer than ever to the yacht. They hung protective fenders over the side in case the two boats actually collided. Roger was about to do something they hadn't expected.
I think they were going to take me off to the side, but I didn't realise that. I seemed to think when it came that I couldn't get under. It looked awful big boat. It seemed to be 8-10 foot in the air. But then suddenly we seemed to be on the same level. The bow just came across in front of me. So I just reached up and grabbed hold of it.
Jump, Joe, get it!
Roger was hanging between the boats and could have been crushed at any moment. The lifeboat crew had to act quickly.
The guide leapt up and took us all by surprise, really. Although we were expecting him to get on board, we weren't expecting it quite so quick.
When I saw them pull him up over the bow, I felt a, I don't really call it lump in the throat for a minute. Blokes don't cry, do they? Supposedly. This one does.
Only moments later, Roger's yacht was completely swamped by a series of powerful waves.
I realised how lucky I was. It was, I think, a minute after when I got out and when the boat went down. That's cutting it a bit fine. It's just a build-up of waves here, but it's one after another, and then she slowly goes over. And it's sickening now, seeing that. All the work you spent on it and everything, just written off in 2 seconds. They were out raging in very shallow water. I think they had a metre under them, something like that. Boat should never have been there. But if it wasn't, of course, I'd be dead.
Right, one more. Here we go.
All the crew of the St. Mary's lifeboat that day were given bravery awards for the rescue.
Joe, can you put your collar down? I can't see your face.
That was the idea, Frank.
Yeah, that was the idea, was it? Right, this way. Good. Oh, I got a white now. Right, and again. Nice one. Well done.
I expect to come back next year. I've got to, I think, to lay the ghost. Otherwise I'll never sail again.
And the drama of 999 is captured in Michael Burke's book, which accompanies the series, available now from BBC Books.
Sunday night on BBC One, and in Castles, a surprise.
Martin! I'm so sorry. We didn't think there'd be anybody here.
Evidently. At 7:30. More small talk, and at 8.
Could you make me a Waldorf salad?
A tall order.
A what?
Waldorf salad.
Well, I think we're just out of Waldorf.
More comedy at 8:35 in Birds of a Feather, and then after the news at 9:20, a final confrontation.
Give me your little information.
What do we get?
Well, I hate to sound like a second-rate gangster, but you get to live.
And following Mastermind at 10:35, Heart of the Matter explores changing attitudes to animal rights. Sunday night on BBC One.
From the author of Presumed Innocent, a story of deceit,
Maybe I should have looked at those records before you did.
of money,
Some man has in his pocket a check from my wife for $850,000.
of power.
I want those documents we subpoenaed for Mr. Hartnell, Counselor. When do I get them?
Victoria Principal, Stephanie Powers, and Hector Elizondo
Dear God, what did I do?
carry the burden of proof. Wednesday at 10 on BBC One.
Domination of the world by cats is the sinister prospect put forward in The Uncanny, starring Peter Cushing, Ray Milland and Susan Penhaligon at 12:10 tonight. But before that, Clint Eastwood plays Alcatraz prisoner Frank Morris, determined to achieve the seemingly impossible, to escape.
All right, we gotta get back to the boat.
All right. See you, man.
See you. Come through here. Strip down. Open it.
Beneath the canopy of a million trees, you'll steal upon the unexpected. Center Parks, the British holiday the weather can't spoil.
They've improved. I can't believe it's not butter with even more buttermilk. So, are you going to taste how much better it is while stocks last?
New Shore 24-hour intensive for men.
In tomorrow's Sunday Mirror, there's a major scoop.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
8 free instant scratch cards and 2 free new Lucky Sevens.
I've won!
That's £60,000 to be won instantly. Instant scratch and new Lucky Sevens only in the Sunday Mirror tomorrow.
Gosh, this is nice. Absolutely splendid. It's fabulous here. Super, super, super. One!
Pepperami. It's a bit of an animal.
Gosh, fabulous. Look. Are you Mr. Harry Caution, 64 Chetwynd Road? I have to inform you I am the Grim Reaper, and I have come for you.
I don't believe it.
Look, I'll have you know I take my beeping very seriously.
Lucky old me.
Boy, come here.
You get your money straight away.
Brilliant.
With National Lottery Instants. Forget it all for an instance.
To perform like Linford, you've got to think like Linford. PMA.
PMA.
Positive mental attitude. Now, you're on the blocks in an hour. Go and check your equipment.
Come on, it's got to be in here somewhere. Oh, no, my sandwiches.
With one big stain, one little Linford, and one chance, new generation Persil performs brilliantly.
PMA.
Persil performs brilliantly, and it shows.
Order your N registration now from Minories, and we promise lots more choice. We've all makes, all models, all specifications. Lots more for your trade-in. We'll beat any N registration deal you've been offered elsewhere. That's our better deal challenge. Minories for lots more with your N registration.
To help protect our beautiful beaches, Northumbrian Water will build a further 9 new sewage treatment works. So waste water from here, here,
Here.
here, can be treated and returned to the environment here!
Something hot is happening at Northern Electric, and you're getting warmer and warmer and warmer. Yes, it's the Northern Electric Red Hot Summer Sale, with incredible savings on all the top brands, like JVC, Creeder, and Zanussi. And with our buy now, pay next year deal, this is the coolest time to save. The Northern Electric Sale, now on at all shops and superstores, only where you see this sign.
Hello, I'm Pauline, and I'm another satisfied customer of North East Ford dealers. But I'd be even more satisfied if I could buy the Fiesta Azzurra. The thing is, it's a great price, and it looks $1 million. But if you all see it, you'll be knocking on your dealer's door quicker than I could say Fiesta Azzurra. So So I'll have more chance of buying one if I keep you lot in the dark.
Who turned this off? Action!
The Fiesta Azzurra, £6,995 now with 0% finance.
I've told you lot once.
North East Ford dealers, our best advert is a satisfied customer, so you could be our next star.
Ain't got no bread, ain't got no crisps, ain't got no nappies, ain't got no drink. So what have I got? Why do I smile anyway? What have I got that will save the day? Got my Spar near and late, got Spar brand, the choice is great. We got Spar!
I'll do that, love.
You? Get on your knees and scrub. You feeling all right?
Leave it to me, pet. If you want to pick up a few easy brownie points, pick up new Flash XL. It's the business. It glides through even the toughest grime, so you don't have to get down and scrub.
Pete! Darling, you've done all that scrubbing.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, your poor back. Let me rub it for you.
New Flash XL does the hard work, so you don't have to.
Could this be the site of the legendary larynx wobbler?
Sounds like somebody got there before us. Well, there's good news and there's bad news. Good news is, could be we found the amber nectar. Bad news is...
What's the bad news?
Oh, it looks like they haven't got a toilet.
Sometimes, even the ocean seems relaxed. Then it catches you. Wipe out. But it's when you hit one of those long pipelines that the feeling goes way beyond the expected. You're totally focused, surrounded by an awesome feeling of natural energy. You have to surf to feel the ocean. But sometimes I just like to listen to it.
Opal fruit ice. Real fruit juice. Frozen around a soft fruit center. Made to refresh you. Made to make your mouth water.
For people who want their home to have the cool, clean fragrance of the ice-cold outdoors, new Domestos Glacier kills all known germs anywhere.
Did you see that? They've brought back those dancers. Did you see them? Brazen hussies with their shaven legs and eyebrows. Suggesting things with their bodies that one wouldn't even do with one's own wife. Well, I wouldn't with mine. Have you ever seen her? What? She's not here is she? Good God, wonderful woman that. She never shaves her legs. Never! Last night she turned over suddenly and gave me 40 lashes. And what's it got to do with you anyway? Get on with it!
And now it's listen to attention time.
Kremen of the Star Corps.
This week starring Betty Cashvoucher, Denny Great, Jacaranda, Periwinkle, Sally Forth, and Basildon Bond. Here's Kremen! Thank you, thank you. Hi, kids. I'm Kremen. Monsters slain, worlds conquered, and baddies captured while you wait. Today, however, the scene was more relaxed than usual. Carla, my left-hand lady and space buddy, had dropped round to my 556th floor penthouse to stare lovingly into my eyes. Say, Carla.
What?
How do you fancy a bit of afternoon delight?
Oh, okay.
Right.
Thanks.
Anytime, Carla. Oh, excuse me. Hello? Yeah? Uh-huh. Right. Okay.
Who was that?
Star Corps headquarters. They want me to go over and check out our new ship.
Ooh, we've got a new ship.
Uh-huh.
Oh, is it the latest model?
It certainly is. It's a triple thrust Vectromat with overhead underhang and a special attachment that with the push of a button throws the motors into star drive.
Star drive?
Uh-huh.
Doesn't that mean it goes terrifically fast?
Yes, it goes faster than the speed of light. Just say we went to Mars. Well, this ship goes so fast, we'd arrive before we took off, which means we'd have time to come back and wave goodbye to ourselves.
Oh, well, tell you what, while you're at Star Corps, I'll sew some curtains for the portholes.
I slipped on my Gucci overalls and jumped in the car. Macroseconds later, I pulled up outside the 500-story gleaming tower that was the headquarters of Star Corps. I walked up to reception. Why don't they put reception on the ground floor?
Hi there. Can I help you?
Yes, I'm Captain Kremen.
Ah!
Never mind, I'll go straight in. I walked into the office of the chief, who was thumbing through my file. Ah, Kremen, come in, sit down. He pressed a button on his desk, and a sofa shot out of the wall. Drink? Oh, yes, please. He pressed another button, and a hole appeared in his desk. Up out of it came a glass of my favorite drink, Peach Explosion A-Go-Go. Wow. Now, down to business, Kremen. We need your help. Well, you can't have her. She only comes twice a week. Kremen, this is no time for jokes. Oh. We've just had this important communique from Thames Television. It contains your royalties for the last series. Oh, goody. Oh. And a note asking for another one, starting late January. Gosh, sir, this means I'll have to go out into space again and have a fresh adventure.
Well, that's the end of part one, and as part ones go, I thought it was pretty good, really, in parts. There were some parts I really liked a lot, but some parts I didn't care for much. Well, like this part, for instance, where I'm killing time before part two. That's an idea. Let's look and see what's coming in part two. There's a good part. There's another good part. By the hairy spules of Quill. It's gonna be great. In parts.
Commercial time. Worried about dandruff? Do your shoulders need a shovel? Does your suit need a snowplow? Do your lapels look like the Cresta Run? Do you remind people of a Cavati convention? You don't need a shampoo. You need a real poo. Don't delay. Act today. Rush out and buy a bottle of the new wonder preparation, Drufgo.
If there's dandruff in your hair, on the table, on the chair, this is what you gotta do. Drufgo takes good care of you.
Drufgo contains new wonder ingredient, D-gunjoprene, which removes the root cause of dandruff. Only 28 applications a day for 3 years, and you'll have that new Drufgo look.
A Drufgo with D-gunjoprene keeps your head so very clean. Fight your dandruff day by day, doing it the Drufgo way.
Drufgo with D-gunjoprene. Drufgo.
Go, 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 go.
Drufco with Degunjoprene. Removes the root cause of dandruff. Your hair. Take new Drufco today.
Drufco. Go, 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 go.
Home in on the best ever deals from Barrett. Now Barrett could subsidise your mortgage interest rate down to 4%. Yes, 4% for 2 years. First-time buyers could move in with no deposit and expenses paid. Move-up buyers could get full market value for their present house. For more details about our range of Premier Collection houses, ring Barrett on 0345 62 63 64. The lines are open now.
Welcome back to Thomas Cook's Great Late Show. One has been got more holiday prices as promised. Ibiza is now £129. Cheer, cheer. Greece is down to £109 and Morocco is just £149. These Great Lakes and more at Thomas Cook shops now. So, get ready to fly!
It's not Club 1830, but, well, at least it's not raining. Oh, my God.
Oh, sorry, mate. Can't break a 20.
They can break a 20 now, eh?
National Lottery Instance. Forget it all for an instant.
This is the most hazardous terrain on Earth. On this surface, one all-terrain vehicle holds its own, thanks to its unique ability to change between 2- and 4-wheel drive at up to 60 miles an hour. This is the surface. This is the vehicle. The Mitsubishi Shogun. Supreme off the road, superb on.
Introducing new Shore 24-hour Intensive. A sure way to end the day as fresh as you started.
Get ready!
Sure, it won't let you down.
DFS and Northern Upholstery make you this great offer. But how long will it last?
Well, it ends Sunday, 5 p.m, but right now you can still buy anything and keep your money. In fact, you pay nothing till next year. That's right. Choose anything and pay not one single penny in deposit, interest or payment. But that's not all. You then take 4 whole years free credit.
This is the great offer DFS and Northern Upholstery make you, but it ends Sunday, 5 p.m.
First of the 1979 Christmas shows.
Allow us here on the video show to be the first to wish you a happy Christmas 1979. And now, over to our Christmas correspondent, Cuddly Ken. Hello, Cuddly Ken again. Upside down this time, just to prove all my dandruff problems are over. And now, a lovely friend of mine from Showbizville, the beautiful Leo Sayer. Don't worry, there's a safety net on the ceiling.
The sun is out, the sky is blue. There's not a cloud to spoil the view, but it's raining. Oh, it's raining in my heart. The weatherman said fine today. He doesn't know that you've gone away, but it's raining. Oh, it's raining in my heart. Yeah, yeah. misery, all your misery. Oh, tell me what's gonna become of me. Oh, I know the sun is out, the sky is so blue, and there's not a cloud out there to spoil my view. Oh, but it's raining. Oh, it's raining in my heart. Can't you see? Oh, it's raining in my heart. Yeah, it's raining in my heart. It's raining in my heart. Yeah. Oh, it's raining in my heart.
Good evening. I want to talk to you tonight on behalf of the British Association of Comradely Knights, honourable and ever reliable party, or as we like to call it, backhander. We've got a lot to offer Britain, provided Britain has got a lot to offer us. Let's get down to brass tacks, nitty-gritty city. This old country of ours has got its back to the war. We're prepared to scratch that back if you all scratch ours. To put it another way, we offer you the hand of friendship. We don't want your confidence. We don't want your trust. We just want your money. And we're the only truly honest party. They're all corrupt, the others. So are we. But we tell you, and we do it better than they do. Get the picture? So vote for us at the next election, and we promise to do everything you pay for. Here's our manifesto, or as we prefer to call it, our price list. Your area need a new road? Want a school built near your house? Fancy a knighthood? These are just a few of the things that can be yours when we're in power. Don't forget, vote backhander and put your money where your vote is.
Hello. Sid Snot here. My dad told me that back in the 50s, when he was a tearaway, I used to rip up cinema seats. I think that's disgusting. You know, I mean, it's animal. I mean, when we go to the cinema now, we wouldn't dream of doing that. You know, we go to see a good film, beat up the manager and go home.
Remember how, in part one, Kremen received fresh orders to tread boldly once more. I hightailed it back to my apartment. Hey, Carla, there's a new series of my fab adventures starting on Thames in January.
Oh, goody.
This means we're going out into space again, Carla, to battle with a fresh set of baddies, to conquer a few more frontiers, and generally be brave, dashing, daring, handsome, chiseled, and modest.
Captain, you're so beefy and chunky and meaty.
Carla, you make me sound like a stew. I leaned over her lustily.
Oh, Captain, I never knew it could be like this. Take me.
Carla.
Yes, Captain.
I want you for my wife.
Why? What does she want me for?
The ship sped on into the moonlight. That night, I decided to throw a space party, and halfway through the evening, things were really humming.
Hey, that was great, guys.
Captain.
Yes, Carla?
I brung you another drink.
What is it?
I don't know what it's made of, but it says lift off on the bottle.
Here, let me taste it. Need something to spice it up a bit.
Here, I'll go put some TNT in it.
No, forget the drinks. Listen, it's the first day of a whole new year now, so let's go to my cabin for some nookie. I grabbed Carla by the doobry, and we sped off in a communicar.
Okay, Carla, time to take off your Bakerfoil spacesuit and experience the 8th wonder of the world.
I should have known this was gonna happen. Last night I had a dream.
You had a dream?
Yeah, I was on a desert island with Errol Flynn, Charlton Heston, Victor Mature, and Tony Curtis.
Really? What happened?
Nothing. In the dream, I was Rock Hudson.
You've just suffered through a disgusting episode of Kremen of the Star Corps.
Ladies and gentlemen of Video Show Land, what a star we have for you today. I mean, we've had stars and we've had stars, but this is a star and 3/4. Ladies and gentlemen, that famous bum on legs, Rod Stewart.
Hello, Rod.
Hi, Tony.
Well, Rod, I've got a favor to ask you.
Don't be so filthy.
Now, I've always wanted to ask you this. Can I touch you?
Whereabouts, darling?
Just touch you.
My mother's not going to put up with this. I don't know about yours.
Go on, let me touch you.
Whereabouts? So I'm supposed to actually look as if I didn't know that was actually going to happen. You know? I'm supposed to, and anyway, he didn't know that was going to happen either. But anyway.
There's no business like show business. Let's carry on with the show.
Rod Stewart, was it? Well, so that's what he does. Well, he leaves me cold. I'm told he's supposed to be some sort of sex symbol, whatever that is. Well, not for me, sweetheart. I mean, what with that spiky hair and those sort of baggy, clinging clothes that he wears around his lean young parts as he vibrates to the music, and the way his nose sort of curls at you. I think he's getting to me. Rod, it's me. I love you.
that's it, ladies and gentlemen. And if you've enjoyed it half as much as we have, then we've enjoyed it twice as much as you. But now it's time to turn the cameras off and kiss the crew goodnight. We've had a song, a laugh, a dance. We've even had a fight. And if you thought the show was fun, we'd like you all to send your checks and all your credit cards to Thames TV, the end.
Next week, classic comedy with Richard O'Sullivan, Paula Wilcox and Sally Tomsett in the very first episode of Man About the House. That's at 8 o'clock.
Enter the stress-free zone. Ellen, Friday night at 9.
You just relax and let me do all the work.
I sure will.
Want to hear some music?
Okay.
Somewhere.
Over Friendly Friends at 9:30.
Are you sure? Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Frasier loosens up at 10.
It's a hell of a view.
It's even better from the bedroom.
Why don't we just start with a drink?
Chill out on 4, Friday night after Brookside.
Vintage Thames action next with the Regan and Carter Flying Squad. Hot on the trail of a gang, how to pull off the big one. The Sweeney next.
Is it true that when you are naked, you feel at your most vulnerable? Not necessarily. The 9000 from Saab. Pure driving pleasure.
You've been waiting for. Here's Bob.
What a beautiful dream. Pity they never come true.
Could this be it? A supermarket romance? Mother, this is Leonora. We met in Sainsbury's, actually. We thought, maybe an October wedding. Maybe she's married already. There's no ring. There's no ring. Relax. Now, will she take the small I live alone size or the big I've got a boyfriend size? I think I love her. Destiny. Chardonnay. My favorite wine. Apart from Sauvignon, that is. I'll talk to her. I'll talk to her. No, I didn't. If she looks up in 2 seconds, I'm gonna marry her. Sainsbury's. Everyone's favorite ingredient.
You've done it, Professor! Yep. You've invented a time machine. Yep. You can witness the dawn of creation. Yep. See real live dinosaurs. Yep. But you can witness Captain Cook's first cow on the golden shores of Australia. You've done it, Professor! Yep. You've invented a time machine. Yep. You can witness the dawn of creation. Yep. See real live dinosaurs.
Castle mine is made with golden cluster hoops.
This could go on forever.
Witness Captain Cook's first step.
It's that time after time travellers wouldn't give up Castlemaine 4X for any other lager.
Where in the world has an emergency landing been bought for $1,000? Have they made an onboard collection for a spare part? Have passengers voted on whether they continue their journey or not? Do you get plastic cups with teeth marks on them? And the pilots drink vodka to relieve stress. The former Soviet Union, Airplane Ski, the true story, not the comedy, Thursday at 9:30 on 4.
Homicide.
You murdered them! She's the killer.
Life.
Sex crime.
On the street.
This city's gonna kill all of us.
It doesn't get much realer than this.
The truth is my only objective.
It's television, Stan. It's not supposed to be real.
Homicide. Life on the street. Mondays at 10 on 4.
Now on 4 with kipper ties in place, the flying squad are back in action.
In recent months, Diana has emerged with a more confident and dramatic image than ever before. In part 2 of Diana, Her Own Woman, the Mail on Sunday reveals the inside story of Diana's personal revolution. Part 2 free, only with the Mail on Sunday.
You think your brickwork's safe as houses? Well, you're wrong. Water's attacking it right now. Stop it with Thompson's water seal. It's this easy. It forms a waterproof barrier so rain can't damage your bricks. Spend a few quid on Thompson's or a few hundred on repairs. It's up to you.
Thompson's Water Seal. Buy now. Don't pay later.
The conquest of space. The American dream. But what about the men behind that dream? Coors drinking men.
Carried a little excess baggage there, John?
Not anymore.
Roger. So, Space Cadet, bet you after sitting around all day, you could really go for
Oh, John, kill here. Speaking of gravity, the original gravity of Coors is steaming up. Don't they fit these things with wipers?
Don't worry, John, it'll wear off soon. Told you.
Science never sleeps. We've taken one of the world's cleverest robotic arms, and even cleverer, worked out how to make it bend and swivel in many different ways at once. We're masters of virtual reality. Simulations so real you can interact with them. They help train people to perfect their job skills. Come by. Our work is leading to new ways of operating machines at depths far beyond even the deepest deep-sea diver. These amazing sciences are part of the everyday work of one British company. No wonder experts from all over the world beat a path to our door. To learn more about what we do and how we do it, come to our new visitors centre at Sellafield. BNFL, where science never sleeps.
Keep cool. Buy an Oasis.
What do superheroes eat?
Can I persuade you to take a sandwich with you, sir?
I'll get drive-through.
McDonald's presents a great taste for superheroes. The superhero meal with a Batman Forever cup. There are also thousands of prizes,
If the bat wants to play, we'll play.
including an MGF sports car.
It's the car, right? Chicks love the car.
The superhero meal, now showing at McDonald's. Just remember to use the door.
Indecent proposal. Fugitive.
Don't become a rental case. Get free video and video game hire from Blockbuster in tomorrow's News of the World.
The hand that rocks the cradle.
There's a wet shaver you have to try. Protector. It makes a close shave unbeatably safe. Thanks to its fine guard wires, safe and close. So sharp, it has to be put behind bars. Protector. From Wilkinson Sword.
Bakers understand that a dog needs a balance of food. Not just meat, but cereals for energy and vegetables for vitamins. Which is why Baker's Complete contains a perfect balance of 6 tasty, nutritious foods. Moist, meaty chunks, cereals, vegetables, bran, bone and iron. Baker's Complete. More than just meat.
Oh, won't you stay just a little bit longer? Oh, won't you stay?
Now there's a cream that helps you stay in the sun just a little bit longer.
Ah, heck. You could stay here as long as you like, Chuck.
Hey, Vera. You fancy a top-up, love? Eh?
Ooh, not half. And give us another rub down with that chip fat.
Boddington's, the cream of Manchester.
Right now, on every Renault Clio, there's 0% finance over 2 years. The Renault Clio, from £7,564 on the road. Visit your Renault dealer now and save yourself more of the folding.
Asked me for some money.
Asked you for some money?
Yeah, to pay for the...
Oh, for the wedding?
For the wedding.
Yes,
I thought I'd already paid.
Oh, I
And
see.
I didn't have any money on me, so I'd have a whip round off all the guests. Pay for the wedding.
Well, that's charming, a whip round, for goodness sake. Sorry to keep you waiting. And you are Deanna and Mark...
Hawkins.
Hawkins, I see. What do you do, Deanna?
I'm a housewife and a mother and a slave and an insomniac.
We love you already. We love you already. We know what you do. OK, Mark, what do you do?
I'm a divisional sales manager for the Silver Spoon Sugar Company.
Did it take you a long time to become the sales manager, or were you born with a silver spoon in your mouth? Now, tell us about the proposal, Deanna.
Well, he proposed to me like 5 times, and we
Oh,
were
did he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were living together at the time, and
Yeah.
then one thing, I'm afraid, led to 2 others.
One thing led to 2 others? Well,
Yeah.
what do you mean?
Well, we've got twins.
Twins? Oh, you're in the sugar business?
Yes.
Yeah, so 2 lumps. Now, tell me, what do you like, Mark?
Well, I like curries and travelling.
Oh, well, if you like curry, you have to travel. Tell me, Deanna, what's all this about Amsterdam, dear?
Oh, yes, we went to Amsterdam for a weekend,
Yeah.
shopping weekend. And, but we ended up spending most of the time in the bars when we were over there.
Oh, I see, yeah.
It wasn't until we had the photographs developed when we got back that we realised exactly what we'd actually done that weekend.
But it's quite a city there. Oh, dear, what a place. I went window shopping, but I didn't go in. Well, now, did you cut the cards?
Yes, we did.
You did? Fine. Did you see them cut the cards? Lovely. Now, the idea of the game is this. We want you to work your way across the board by predicting whether each of these cards is higher or lower than the preceding one. The first one to turn over the last card correctly will win the game and a Brucey bonus. You cannot win a game or a Brucey bonus until you won a question. All of that question, I got a lot of dummies out there. All right, unless you want to get all our questions are polled on 100 people, put me right off now. And our polls are genuine. Ian and Jane, you won the toss, so you will answer first, but good luck to you all. Here we go. We asked 100 single women in their 20s. If it were the only place that you and a boyfriend could be alone at night, would you do your snogging in the local graveyard? No, I went out with a lady gravedigger once. She was only after my body. How many single women in their 20s said yes? If it was the only place where they and their boyfriend could be alone at night, they would do their snogging in a local graveyard. What are you laughing at, you sir?
We used to go outside the local cemetery in the car.
Oh, did you? Oh, did you? So you think that people would do this then, more or less? So how many out of 100?
69.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah, go with it.
Now then, have you got thoughts on this, Deanna and Mark?
I think it'd be quite a high number because...
A bit high, you think?
Well, not high, not a bit high.
Will you put a figure on it?
A bit lower.
A bit lower, yeah. The actual number who would do it in the graveyard is... There we are, 29. Much lower, yes. But only in the dead of night, they said. Right. So there we are. Your base card, Mark and Deanna, is a 10. You can change it if you want to. Change the 10 for a 4. Well done. Higher than a 4, you say a 7. Bit in the middle. It's up to you. Higher. You're going to go on. Higher than a 7, you say a 2. They've given you a free go, Ian and Jane, and you've got a queen, a good card. Lower than a queen, you say a 3. Higher than a 3, you say a 6. You're going higher than a 6, a king. And for the first game, well, you've won the first game and a Brucey bonus, which is a pair of his and hers designer Swiss watches. Okay. We're ready for game 2. And there is another Brucey bonus if you get a chance with these two, trying to get us to hurry up. So there's another one there. If you win the next game, that is all yours. And it's you to answer the next question, Mark and Deanna. Right. We asked 100 vicars. If you saw Jeremy Beadle slip on a banana skin, would you be tempted to laugh? How many vicars said yes if they saw Jeremy Beadle slip on a banana skin, they would be tempted to laugh?
That's going to be high.
Yeah,
definitely
yes? Very high.
Everybody wants him to fall over, don't they?
Everybody wants him to fall over. All right, well, Deanna, you made the statement, so put a figure on it.
72.
You think 72. Now, what do you think about Jeremy Beadle? You think vicars would laugh at it if they saw him?
Yeah, I think everybody would laugh at it.
Everybody would laugh at it. OK,
yeah,
so they say 72. What do you think?
A little bit lower, I would say.
Yeah.
A bit lower?
Just a little bit
You think a bit lower? All right, the actual number who would be tempted to laugh is... 81! You were wrong to go lower. Oh! So there we are. So let's see if you have better luck this time, Mark and Deanna. And it's a jack. A good card. What do you think? You're going to go on? You're going to go on, yes? Lower. Lower than a jack, you say? A 7? Oh! You're going to freeze this time. You're going to freeze this time because last time it did let you down. That's bad luck to have a middle card right there. Ian and Jane, you to answer the next question. We asked 100 fitness instructors. Do you think it's a good idea for professional footballers to abstain from sex the night before a match?
I do.
Yeah. How many fitness instructors said yes, they did think it was a good idea for professional footballers to abstain from sex the night before a match?
I don't think it'd be very high.
No.
Then again, not really low.
Well, what kind of an answer is that? A middle answer. Well, it was certainly
55?
Yeah, but...
A bit of 55 in the middle.
Yeah.
Have you got any thoughts about this, Janet?
Fitness instructor.
Well, I think it'd be a bit lower because the Spanish reckon it improves the eye, so...
Do they really?
Yeah.
What is
the
it?
bullfighters,
really?
don't they?
What did you say?
They said 55.
They said 55?
Yeah.
A bit lower.
Is that what the Spanish said?
Bullfighters.
A bit lower than that. Right. The actual number who did think it was a good idea is... 20. Right to go lower. Very wise to go lower. So, at last, you can get rid of that nasty 7. So, change that card for a 9. It's a bit better. A bit better. Lower. Lower than a 9, you say an 8. Whoa, whoa, whoa. threes again. You've had some very difficult cards. You really have. Anyway, it's you to answer the next question, Mark and Deanna. We asked 100 married men in their 30s. Do you put your wife's happiness above your own? Above your own what? Oh, happiness, I suppose. How many married men in their 30s said yes, they did put their wife's happiness above their own?
Not many.
Well, whether they do or whether they actually admit to it.
Yeah, whether they admit to it, that's another thing, but of course the question is the question.
We say 58, Bruce.
All right, 58, what do you think?
We'll put that as lower.
Lower, you think lower, all right? The actual number who did put their happiness first is 85. You were wrong to go lower. 85 of them said that, yeah, except when the football's on. Right, so there we are. Once again, you've had a hard trail with it. You can get rid of that 8.
Change it, please.
Change the 8. 4. That's a bit better. Now then, lower than a jack, you say a queen. You have suffered with the cards. You really have. Ian and Jane, you've got a free go out of all that. A queen, yes. Lower than a queen, you say a 4. Higher than a 4, you say a jack. Lower than a jack, you say a 5. And for the mad show! Oh! See, you never know what's going to happen. Oh, sudden death. Very important to get control of the board, and it's Ian and Jane to answer the question. We asked 100 motorists, if you won a 3-wheeler car, would you actually drive it? It's good, isn't it? How many motorists said yes, if they won a 3-wheeler car, they would actually drive it?
Oh, not many at all.
Not many?
No.
No?
I've driven one, and
they're not for you.
No.
They're not for you. All right, so how many do you think?
About 20.
19.
Yeah?
19.
19? What difference does that make? You see? OK, Mark, if you won a 3-wheeler car,
I think
would you drive it?
You'd have to push it, I think.
You have to push it. You have to push it.
We wouldn't
So they say 19.
I think we've got
to be a little bit higher.
A bit higher than that. The actual number who would drive it is 24. You were right to go higher. Not a bad guess in the first place. Right, and now you, with sudden death, so you do have a choice here. OK, what you can do here is this. Mark and Deanna, you can either change that card, only if you want to, turn over these 2 cards to win the game, or you can force Ian and Jane from here to go all the way along to win the game. It's up to you. Do you want to pass, or do you want to play?
We'll play.
You're going to play?
Stay with us for your next programme tonight on Tyne Tees, Coronation Street, in a couple of moments from now.
Ready for his big day.
You and Donna are living with us till you find your own place. It'd be nice to have another man about the house.
But everything's far from rosy.
Might I ask what you would plan to buy them?
I thought I might pay for the honeymoon.
Somewhere romantic and expensive?
We were thinking of going to Mykonos. Have you thought about Herne Bay?
Kenny's got cold feet. Time after time, tonight at 8:30.
This is the happiest day of your life. Got it?
From Gillette comes a uniquely different form of protection for men. Gillette Series Clear Gel Antiperspirant. It's a soft gel and it goes through underarm hair directly to the skin surface to fight odor and wetness where they begin. And that means powerful all-day protection. The revolutionary Gillette Series Clear Gel Antiperspirant. One of the advanced antiperspirants in the Gillette series.
The biggest offer DFS has ever made is on right now, for 24 hours only. There's at least 20% off every single piece of furniture we sell. That's 20% off every settee, every sofa, every chair, every suite. At least 20% off all furniture, no exceptions, and there's free credit too. The biggest offer DFS has ever made, 20% off all furniture, is on for 24 hours over the weekend. Hurry, don't miss it.
They think I'm a con man.
Cheap little swindler.
They think I'm a thief.
You stole them, didn't you?
They even think I murdered my wife.
Perhaps I've underestimated you, Eric.
They don't know the half of it.
Emmerdale, Tuesday and Thursday at 7 on Tyne Tees.
Well, back to tonight, Friday night on Tyne Tees. Good to have you with us. And in half an hour's time at 8 o'clock, more action at Sun Hill on the beat with The Bill, one entitled A Quiet Night In. Comedy with Brian Connolly at 8:30. And then at 9 o'clock, Martin Shaw stars as the Chief. Now, Coronation Street.
What time's your appointment with the surgeon?
2 o'clock. That's if Samir turns up.
Oh, why shouldn't he? No, this is merely a counselling session to make you both aware of the situation. Now listen to what this surgeon has to say, and then if you have any second thoughts.
Me? It's not up to me, is it? I bet I wasn't the only one who didn't sleep last night. It's one thing offering, Dad. Giving's another.
Here. Have you ever thought about branching out, Desmond?
Well, there's no room for the small operator in my game, Reg.
Oh, well, then change games. You're not getting any younger, are you? I bet you never see 30 again, I'll bet.
Hey, don't be so personal.
I'm trying to be helpful here. Prevent Desmond from making the same mistakes I made.
Oh, what mistakes were those, Reg? Well, go on, I've got an hour to kill.
Well, you see this place, it's a little gold mine, but I can't hack it because I left it too late to set up on my own, didn't I?
Well, there's no sell-by date on gambling, Reg. I'll always have a job.
Yes, working for somebody else, Desmond, that's what I'm trying to say. Now,
yeah, but he'll need the capital to buy out, won't he, Reg? And you can't sell your own gaff, can you, Des?
Oh, so that's what it's all about. Well, I'll just take the loaf. For now, Reg, thanks.
Well, thanks for coming, Norman. It's very good of you, that. See you later, Maury.
Sup with him?
Offering it to customers. How desperate can he get?
Come in. Tracy's in her room.
What's she like this morning?
Well, still stunned by the news, I think. How about you, Samir?
I only say to you, Ken, I did not get much sleep last night.
Neither of us did. I just wish the whole damn thing wasn't necessary.
I think we'd better keep that between ourselves, Deirdre. Tracy feels guilty enough. So, the appointment's 2 o'clock?
Yes.
Yeah, I've ordered a cab.
Fine. Right, well, I better let Tracy know you're here. Tracy, it's your mum and Samir. Right, well, I've got to go to work, actually. But on the other hand, if you'd like to have...
No, it's all right. Can you get going? Hello, love.
Hey, you look very nice.
Thanks.
Right, well, you two have obviously got a lot to talk about, haven't you? Good luck for this afternoon, then. And you, Samir.
Yes, thank you.
I'll check with you later, and don't forget your key.
Okay. Bye, Dad.
Bye.
Ta-da, Ken.
Okay.
Not seen that skirt before, is it new?
No, I pressed it this morning. The blouse is new.
Hey, if we make a special effort to go to the hospital, dress smart, so will I. I wear a tie.
Oh, by X-rays. You've really put him on his mettle.
I'm not going, Mum. I'm really grateful and all that, but I'm not going. I can't.
Don't be silly, Tracy. Nothing's going to happen. You're just going to talk.
Yeah, but what we're talking about...
Never heard of anything so daft.
Deirdre, if it is any help, Tracy, I know how you feel. Okay, but as your mother say, we just go to the hospital to talk, that's all. If after today you reach a decision...
If you can't go for your own sake, go for mine.
Right, now, if you need anything, just give me a ring.
You're taking the racing car,
Where will you be? No, well, I'm taking his mobile phone, so I'll leave you the number. Have you got a pen?
Well, what's wrong with Audrey's car?
Oh, you've parted with your phone, have you, Mike? Needs surgery, did it? Get it off your head.
Oh, you just shut it, will you? You listening to me, are you?
She's going to Southport, Mike. Don't spoil things.
No, it's no problem, is it, when you've got a lot of credit cards and a phone?
You just shut it, you. What are you doing here, anyway?
Comic relief, mate.
Oh, yeah, I'm killing myself laughing, I am.
Oh, right. Come on, Audrey. Are you set?
Good morning. I brought me Mac in case it gets chilly and my umbrella.
Pity you didn't bring your car.
No, we're going in Almers.
Hey, do you know, Alf this morning, honestly, he'd make a good bank manager. Don't spend too much, and if you buy out, make sure it fits you. I mean, honestly, Alf's a funny speaking stuff back, isn't it?
Southport? Well, you know, once you've been, you can go again, can't
Oh,
you?
no, you can't. No, you can't.
Oh, listen, just don't listen to him. He's going to start lecturing now. I've got all my bits and pieces.
Well, any problems, give us a tinkle. I'll be in the garage doing some bills. Now, just take care, will you?
Just don't worry. Come on, Audrey.
Bye, Mum. Bye, Southport, here we go.
Bye, girls.
Have a nice time.
Too fast for her, that car, you know. Does 50 in second.
Oh, I'll stop worrying, Mike. I mean, Audrey might be crackers, but she's a good driver.
Audrey?
Yeah, well, she might want to drive, isn't she? Eh?
He's kidding, aren't you?
Let's get one thing straight. It's not a romance.
Billy thinks it is.
One tea dance doesn't make a romance.
Correct. Subject closed.
Oh, it's nice, is that? One tea dance don't make a romance. Go it out for boo.
No, I just said it.
Well, you know, it rhymes so well, doesn't it?
Perhaps if I said something that rhymes, you'd believe me. What rhymes with mind your own business? Yes, Ken, love.
I ordered a salad sandwich some time ago.
I'm sorry, Ken, that's my fault. You see, it's you and your flipping romance.
You what?
Forgot Ken's sandwich, didn't you?
Am I interrupting anything?
No.
I take it Raquel referring to romance meant...
Yeah, Billy, yes. He takes Betty to tea dances at the Ritz.
Oh, talk about women gossiping.
Love is in the air, Betty. Spring is in bloom.
Oh, get off with you.
Oh, and Raquel's got a surprise for you, only she insists on delivering it herself.
What?
Patience, Betty. Anyway, I'm off to college now. See you later.
Right. Jack Duckworth's day off and he's still a madhouse.
Ah, gotcha. Get a load of this.
Oh, what is it? I'm in a hurry.
It's a reply from Dublin. They like our stuff.
Oh, who is it?
Well, Red Ferret Records, so listen, I'm thinking of flying out there and clinching the deal while they're still interested.
Hang on, they only say that our price quotations appear favourable.
Yeah, so I'll fly over there and convince them.
Don't get anywhere until I check them out, will you?
Vicky, you've got to be quick in business.
That's why you're so solvent. I'll see you later.
To Mrs. Betty Turpin, care of the Rover's return. And who said there were no romance there?
Oh, aren't they beautiful? Wait, who sent me these?
Oh, she says.
Can I have a pint when you're ready, please,
Yeah,
Raquel?
just hang on. Betty's got to open the card first.
The man can send a woman flowers without there being anything in it, you know.
Read it.
Right. Bless you, Betty.
Ah.
Thank you for stepping into the breach and performing so well. I couldn't have managed without you. Oh, love and best wishes. Al. You're disappointed now, aren't you?
Bet she's disappointed and all that. Right, Ripsy.
Yes, please.
Excuse me.
Oh, can you sandwich? I've done it, it's ready. I'll just do this first and I'll fetch it over.
At least a salad sandwich can't go cold.
No.
Oh, salad was it? I'd forgotten.
Hello.
Ah, Rita, if you sit here, you get served more quickly.
Eh?
No, trust me, I've got a sandwich coming, I think.
Okay. Deirdre was looking a bit tense earlier. Can't be easy for you both.
What did she say?
Only that she was off to hospital with Tracy. Another checkup, apparently.
Yes, it is.
Sammy has gone with them. I didn't think him and Tracy got on too well. Things must be looking up.
Yes. Yeah, he and Tracy have become rather close. Where the hell's that sandwich?
Do you want to take a look at this? I noticed a coffee shop in the foyer. It'll treat you both before we go back home again. It's a good hospital, this, isn't it, Tracy? They really know what they're doing here.
Tracy, nice to see you again.
Hiya.
And you, Mrs. Rashid. Right, shall we begin?
Together?
Just the three of us, yes. Are you okay, Mrs. Rashid? There's a cafe downstairs if you want to change your scene.
No, thank you. I'm fine with this.
Good. Shall we?
want their home to have the cool, clean fragrance of the ice-cold outdoors. New Domestos Glacier kills all known germs anywhere.
Conventional wisdom has always told us what can and can't be done. If our engineers had respected convention, engine design would have compromised passenger comfort. And this car wouldn't exist.
Because you love him, give him Caesar every day. Choice cuts of fine meat, with all the vitamins and minerals he needs, carefully selected and prepared. Caesar, to love him like he loves you.
With 16 free Mirror Instant scratch cards, there are thousands of cash prizes to be won. And you could win £50,000 instantly in the Daily and Sunday Mirror.
Right, I've got to go. Can you see to him?
Cornflakes?
He likes them.
Kellogg's cornflakes. Delicious flakes of corn drenched in ice-cold milk.
Come on, then. Here comes the big aeroplane. Yeah. Oh, come on. Daddy used to eat these. They're yummy. You fancy a bit of toast?
Kellogg's cornflakes. Have you forgotten how good they taste?
I want to
Top Gear 2, more of the music. With hit after hit, ZZ Top, Queen, Cher. There are more hits on Top Gear 2. Yes, Alice Cooper, Robert Palmer. On double CD or cassette, 36 classic tracks. Get Top Gear 2 and get more of the music. Head for Texas this weekend and help yourself to the best buys. You'll find great offers all around the store. Like free charcoal with every barbecue over £30. 5 litres of white Texas masonry paint. Buy 2, get 1 extra free. Save £10 on this pair of reclining patio chairs. These 6 litres of Texas emulsion paint for the price of 5. Best buys for all around your home.
Texas.
How about you, Tracy? How do you feel about Samir's offer?
I haven't made my mind up.
You do know I tried to talk him out of it.
No, I didn't. Why didn't you say?
You've ruined 2 kidneys. What's to say you wouldn't do the same to Samir's?
I didn't say I wanted it.
Why not? Think he'll keep tabs on it? Spy on it in case you smoke, drink, or otherwise abuse it?
I won't abuse it because I'm not having it.
There's, not much love lost here, is there?
I'm sorry?
I don't know him well enough to love him.
Oh, you married your mother. Took her halfway across the world. Broke up your nice little life.
Hey, I break up nothing. My wife is already divorced before I marry her.
I know. Tracy?
I've got my own life. I don't worry about what him and my mum get up to.
So why resent him for what he's willing to do?
It's not that I resent. I resent the reason he's doing it.
Which is?
For my mum, not for me.
Oh, you think she's pressured him?
I didn't say that.
You didn't bargain for any of this, did you, Samir? Not when you married Tracy's mother.
If I love Deirdre, how can I not love everything that is part of Deirdre? You know. Sorry, I talk badly, I know, but I wish you to understand. I do not do this out of duty or obligation. I do this for my wife. Yes. She suffers because her daughter suffers. Anything that I can do to stop the suffering, I will do. Of course. I love her very much. So it is a small price to pay to see her happy again. But first I must make Tracy happy. If she will let me.
Tracy.
Come in, Lee. Bye-bye. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Oh, it was lovely. I mean, if I could get those earrings to match, it would be wonderful. You don't need any more. Oh, you used to out of your ears. Hey! I don't think the blouse is too daring, do you?
Well, on Alfie to be daring, on you it's, well, just, you know, sexy.
Oh, that's Thomas, get off your presents. Take his mind off all those pets. Pair of socks, I think.
Oh, I mean, don't overdo it. What are you ordering?
Okay, 2 pairs then. Come on, let's get somewhere to eat. You know, I'm starving. Hey, where's the place here? Come on.
Are you all right? Yes, I'm fine. I'll get these. You and Samir sit down.
No, I'll get them. It's 2 coffees and do you want some fruit or something?
No, thanks. Hey, you should have heard Mitchell. I thought Samir was going to clock in one.
He asked me if I do it for the money.
What did you say?
I said, we have not yet fixed the price.
You two having me on?
No, it's just something that they've got to ask before they get in touch with somebody or other.
Oh, it is. The Unrelated Life Transplant Regulatory Authority.
Quite a mouthful.
The next time I come in here, I'm having a Cornish pasty.
I take you to Cornish for a real one.
I bet you don't know where it is.
I follow my nose. If the pasty is that good, I find it no problem.
I thought this place was doing all right.
Well, you see, the thing about general provisions is that, well, it's all too general. You see, there's a lot of stuff that nobody wants.
You need a speciality to bring them in. Red Jones was Toby jugs, but...
Mother, there's no need to be so sarcastic.
Only commenting.
Yes, well, don't. I'll go and put the kettle on.
Now, you do know that sarcasm is the lowest form of wit, don't you, Maud?
Fun, though, ain't it?
Yes, well, if you can't say something nice, say nothing at all. Gospel according to Raphael. See ya.
Bye, love.
Betty's flowers are nice. Helped to arrange them before she went home.
Oh, you're not taking them with her?
Put them in the boat.
So what do you know about flower arranging?
Oh, I once worked in a flower shop.
Have you put them in water?
Are you being serious?
Well, you don't use water when you're cleaning. I just thought that you might do your flowers the same way. Excuse me.
Excuse me, are these seats taken?
No, except this one. My friend's just gone to... I'd ring a nose.
Thank you.
You ordered me a brandy.
Well, you asked for a brandy.
Yeah, but if you want me to drive
Oh,
home...
enjoy yourself. I'm on the fruit juice.
Well, that's friendship way, eh?
Alma and I, that's my friend, we have these discussions all the time. I've drawn the short straw today. Have you gone far?
Ramsden.
Oh?
Jeff had some business over here, so I came along for the ride. Oh, I'm Gareth Jenkins, by the way, and this is Jeff Bryant.
Pleased to meet you. Audrey Roberts.
By the left, Audrey. Looks like you bought the place.
It's my line of work, really. It's what I do best.
Oh, professional shopper?
Fashion buyer, actually, for a big store in Manchester.
Sounds interesting. Well, what's Southport got that Manchester hasn't?
See, when you can find it, that is. Oh, here's Alma now. Alma! Jeff and... Oh,
Gareth.
Gareth, sorry, Gareth. Alma Baldwin.
Oh, hello.
There were no seats left, so Audrey kindly took us in.
Oh!
Are you in the same game, Alma?
Game?
Fashion buyer, like Audrey. Well, Audrey was just telling
No, Alma's in a different line altogether, no. She is a food consultant, aren't you, Alma? Catering, etc.
Oh, yes.
I told you this place was upmarket, mate. A fashion buyer and a food consultant at the same table. Oh, thank you. Oh, can I buy you ladies a drink?
Gin and tonic, Jeff,
No, you will have a tonic water and like it. She's driving.
I drove here, Alma.
Yes, well, you're driving home as well. Got to keep a clear head for your board meeting.
Gin and
tonight,
tonic,
haven't you? You know, who'd be in fashion? She works all the hours that God sends. Don't you, Audrey?
I thought you said you were checking them out.
I haven't had time, I'm sorry. Mind, you've got to admit it sounds a bit iffy. Red Ferret Records.
Look, Vicky, when you've been in business as long as I have, you get a nose for things. I mean, look at the notepaper.
You have fancy notepaper. Look, I'm not being cruel, I'm being careful.
Oh, yeah? You're early.
No, I'm a bit late, actually, but, well, time flies when you're having fun, doesn't it, Vicky? I wouldn't know. I'll see you later.
Yeah, see you.
Business meeting?
Yeah. What sort of a day have you had?
Lousy. Look, if you're still going to Dublin, I might just come with you.
Ah, well, it's in abeyance that at the moment. I tell you what, put the kettle on and I'll get a bottle of milk off Gail. Okay. A pint of milk, please, Gail.
Oh, not dining out tonight, Steve?
No, not in. We're working a bit too hard at the moment.
This one particular do at the Dorchester.
Oh, is that the Dorchester in London?
London, yeah. Anyway, on this occasion, they were all there. I mean, George Imana, the lot. And Liz Taylor, she had this wonderful off-the-shoulder
Oh, no, there's
dress.
a Dorchester in Salford, isn't there?
Well, that is more your stomping ground than mine, Alma. And there wasn't a meat pie in sight on this occasion, I can tell you that. Anyway, what's so funny?
You two, you're a double act.
Oh. Your phone's ringing. It'll be Salford when there's no meat pie.
Hello? Oh, hello, Gail. It's Gail, my secretary. No, it's Newcastle on Monday. Yeah, and I'm in Amsterdam tomorrow. Oh, and Gail, if there are any letters want signing, would you just leave them for me on my desk? Yes, thank you, love. Sorry about that, just a bit of a mix-up with my diary. You were saying?
Half a bitter and half a lager, was it, mate? Thank you. And an orange juice for me, please.
All right. A fizzy one or a still one?
Fizzy sounds just what I need.
All right.
Yeah, I felt I deserted you this morning. Ran out when the going got tough.
Oh, you had your job to see to.
Yeah. Anyway, it's worked out well for Tracy, I'm pleased.
Nothing short of amazing at that hospital. She and Sammy had chatted so much I felt left out.
So how soon will they do the operation?
Well, if this ultra thing gives the okay, then pretty quick.
And how do you feel about that?
I'm numbing my mind to it at the moment. If it was anyone but Sammy...
Yeah, I know. And to be honest with you, Deirdre, there's part of me that doesn't want it to happen. Though, I mean, I want Tracy to be well, of course I do, but, well, it isn't me.
You had all the tests, Ken. You weren't suitable.
Yeah, I know. And I envy Samir that he is. And had I been suitable, would have had the necessary guts to go through with it.
Of course you would.
Well, classic paradox, isn't it? We'll never know. Don, can you manage?
Yes, okay. Maybe wait for first class.
I'll give it another month. If that shop isn't sold, you can board it up.
Oh, no, look, before we leap to ultimatums, we ought to examine the facts. Look at the problem objectively, see if we can't find a solution.
It's all work and bed, Reg.
Yes, well, the work hasn't been too rosy, I grant you. The bed department was okay, you're quite nimble. It seems to me there's one common denominator in all this, isn't there?
What?
Because whether at work or at home, you seem to be dogged by the same affliction.
Affliction? I'm not ill, Reg.
I'm talking about your mother.
Oh.
You've got her with you 24 hours a day.
If you're talking about getting rid of her, I haven't got the energy.
Yes, I know that. And I want you to switch off totally over the weekend. Sleep as much as you like. Leave it to yours truly to deal with the household chores, including Mom.
No.
Large Scotch, please, Racco.
Righto.
Can't let any news of the day trippers.
Oh, no, not as I know of. But there's always a phone over there, Mike, if you're worried about Alma.
Who's worried? No, she'd only phone if there was a problem, so things must be going well.
Going well? With Audrey? Oh, I'll say. They'll be dancing in the streets now in Southport. Anyway, see ya.
Oh, right. Hello, yes.
You're right, Al.
Gino, thank you so much.
Oh, it's no trouble at all. You've been such good company.
Well, we'll be over again next week, won't we, Alma?
Oh, hey, listen, you must be joking. What is my schedule?
I'd like a word with you about that, actually, Alma. Look, I've been thinking, and, well, I reckon it's fate that brought me here today.
Oh, come on. I'm a married woman, you know.
Oh, relax. It's not what you're thinking. I'm intruding on your time, mixing business with pleasure and all that, and I'm sorry. But I have a place in Ramsden in need of some catering advice. Perhaps you could give me a ring. When is the time?
Oh, no, do you know, no, I couldn't.
Oh, yes, she could. She's the best in the business, I'm telling you.
Just shut up, you. I mean, anyway, like I said, you know, with my schedule...
Look, I'm not trying it on, Alma. I'm genuine. You've got the expertise, and my place needs it. Okay?
Right, yeah, okay. Right, come on, you. You're going to be late for your board meeting.
Oh, bye, girls.
Bye, boys.
Go carefully now.
Take care now.
Yes, see you now. Bye. Bye.
Clever screamer.
Oh, well, I'm glad you think so. You know, you stitched me up rotten, you did, Audrey Roberts. Catering consultant. Oh, dear. Hang on.
Hello.
Hello? Oh, hi, Mike. Yeah, we're just on our way back now. Oh, well, you know, just, you know, so. We've just been trading around shopping, yeah. Yes, of course I'm driving. Yeah, I'm talking to you on the phone at the same time. You've got to get me locked up, you know.
Liar.
Anyway, we'll be back in about an hour, okay? Yeah, bye, love. That is the last time I go anywhere with you, Audrey Roberts.
Oh, cracky over, you enjoyed it. Hey, now, what do you say we go to Morecambe tomorrow?
Well, I can't, can I? I'm in Amsterdam tomorrow.
What does it mean? It means a lot of dry weather. Yes, there'll be that cloud around over central Britain. First thing in the morning, still giving a few showers, but it will tend to break up. So though it may be a little bit cloudy, with 1 or 2 spots of rain in the morning, most of these regions will become drier and brighter into the afternoon with spells of sunshine. Perhaps just enough cloud floating down the eastern coastal districts to bring 1 or 2 light showers. But southern and southwestern areas look set to be fine and dry and sunny all day. It'll brighten up in Scotland as well, though the far northeast will still have some of those wintry showers coming in on quite a stiff and cold northwesterly wind. The temperatures across the country not far from those of today, perhaps 1 degree higher, and perhaps a degree higher still as we move into Sunday. For many of us, it'll be a fine, dry day. There'll be quite a bit of sunshine around, apart from in the west. In fact, some cloud bringing a little rain in across Northern Ireland in the morning, pushing wet and windy weather into the far north and west of Scotland. By the end of the day, other western areas of England and Wales may turn somewhat cloudier, but for many of us, it looks like being fine and dry and with some sunshine.
Okay, nobody move.
Look at the state we're in. The series that raises questions everyone should be asking about our secrecy laws. Well, may I...
Well, it's not that simple, I'm afraid.
Our legal system.
Bearing in mind I'm saving up for one of those rather nice little Mercedes convertibles, I would like to drag this speech out.
And local government.
People can still vote, it's just that they can't vote for anything of any real consequence.
I was voted for.
Point to me, I think.
BBC Two looks at power, power, pow! The season begins when Sue Cameron investigates people's rights in Standing Up to the State. Tomorrow at 6:25.
South.
Well, 10:25 tonight here on BBC One. Danny Glover, Brad Johnson and Willem Dafoe star as hotshot Navy pilots trying to make sense of the Vietnam conflict in the movie adventure Flight of the Intruder. Before that, Michael Burke with more astonishing true stories in 999.
All of tonight's rescues are true stories. We've sometimes used actors or stuntmen, but everything you see and hear is based on the accounts of the people involved. They've helped us to reconstruct events as they happened. Tonight on 999, a bubble in the brain makes the diver blind and paralyzed. Will the life chamber save her? Living on air, how a driver survived the crash that should have killed him. And a baby whale trapped among the rocks, how a whole community pulled together to set it free. This is Stony Cove in Leicester, a quarry that's been flooded to make an inland diving site, ideal for training. A man-made lake, 136 feet deep in places, and down there there's a bus, a helicopter, a Land Rover, an aircraft cockpit, and loads of other unusual things to explore, making it a kind of underwater playground. And if things go wrong, then Stony Cove also has a piece of equipment that can be a real lifesaver. This recompression chamber certainly made the difference between life and death for Tricia Worsley, a novice diver who wrote to us about her terrifying accident and the 39 hours that she spent in here. In this reconstruction, Tricia is played by an actress, but everybody who helped in the rescue takes part as themselves.
Trish had great ambitions for diving. She wanted to open her own school, become an instructor, and take it a lot further than most divers.
All she lived for at that particular time was a diving. She absolutely adored it.
I've been involved in the diving business for 25 years, and this is the worst accident I've ever seen.
Right, I've done that. Good. Yeah, I've got to do a 20-metre qualifying dive, so... I just loved it because I loved the water. I've always taught swimming, I've always lifeguarded, done life-saving, and I just wanted to take diving up.
Okay, what we can do then, go down past the cockpit. You haven't been there. Tricia needed a 20-metre dive for a logbook as a sports diver, and the idea was to take her down onto a ledge that is approximately 20 metres. Yep. It's her first dive to that depth. And the ledge.
Great.
Yeah?
Can't wait.
No problem.
Frank and I were kitting up, ready for the dive, and my demand valve was sticking. Not right. And it just wasn't getting air out of it at all. It wasn't right. I wasn't happy. So we went off to the shop to get it checked out. Hi, Steve. Can you just check this out for me? It doesn't seem
Yeah,
to be
sure,
right.
no problem.
It's sticking a bit, yeah.
Fine.
So I took it all apart and loosened it all, sorted it all out, put it back together. And we went back into the water again and went down. Yep, it's fine now. Great, let's get on with it.
Tricia's confidence in her gear was to be short-lived.
We entered the water, went down to 4 metres, and carried on down past the remains of a plane that's in the cove. Got to 20 metres and exchanged OK signals, everything was fine.
We hadn't really done a lot. We hadn't really got anywhere or done anything, and things started going wrong. My demand valve was packed up. There was just no air at all coming out of it whatsoever. So I can remember trying to sort myself out and get air into my life jacket and try and breathe off that, and everything I did didn't work. Everything went wrong.
It was then you could see that her eyes weren't as they should be. They were very dilated. She indicated to me that she was running out of air, which was a signal across her throat.
When you know that everything you're trying isn't working and you're running out of solutions, then things get a bit scary.
I tried to do buddy breathing, which is exchanging my demand valve into her mouth and alternating between the two of us. Trish panicked, and it was obvious the situation she found herself in must have been very frightening. Her life support had just failed. The surface where the air was 20 metres away. There aren't many situations in life that can be this frightening.
I can remember seeing all these bubbles from the air that Frank had given me, and I'd got it in my head, I wanted to do an emergency ascent.
In a panic situation, people become very strong. She pushed past me, knocking my demand valve out of my hand, my mask off my face.
I cracked the bottle on the life jacket to give me some air to start going up.
If you make a fast ascent, you have to breathe out on the way up, otherwise your lungs will burst.
And I'm screaming all the way up. There's just bubbles just coming out all around me, just screaming until I got up to the surface. All I can remember is getting to the surface, and then my life jacket deflated, and I was going back down again. I can remember going back down again, and then really I don't remember a lot about it.
When I got to the surface, there was nobody there. All I could see around me was a series of bubbles. I went back down and found her. She was on her way down, drowning.
Help! Get the boat! We actually saw it. We saw it through the window. She's in trouble. It's as simple as that. You don't come up from that depth and at the speed she did without getting in trouble. The way that we got out there, I think it was the quickest we've ever done it.
Tricia was semi-conscious. The danger was that gases would start to bubble out of her blood like lemonade when the bottle top's unscrewed. There was no time even to get Frank on board as they rushed Tricia to the shore. If any bubbles lodged in Tricia's brain, she could die within seconds. She was in a desperate condition, but at this stage, no one had any idea just how complicated her struggle for life was to become.
I didn't realise at that time it was Trish, and it became quite apparent of the severity of it as we carried her up to the chamber room.
Tell us where, do you know where you are? Do you know where you are, Trish?
I'll be all right.
Come on. Come on,
When Trish screamed, it was a horrible scream.
I can't see. I can't see anything.
Come on.
Then we realised the worst. We realised then that she'd got a bubble in her blood.
Come on, let's get her in there.
The pain across my back was absolutely excruciating. Everything had just gone very blurred in the room. I'd lost my sight.
Definitely embolised, guys.
I don't think I can move my legs.
The violent pressure drop as she came up was expanding an air bubble in Tricia's brain, causing blindness and paralysis. The only way they could help her was to use the recompression chamber. By recreating the pressure Tricia had been at underwater, the bubble should shrink, but it was by no means certain she'd regain her sight and movement.
Here we have a diving emergency. We have a young girl that has done an emergency ascent. As soon as the chamber began the recompression, I found HMS Vernon. They're naval experts on diving recompression, and they gave us all the advice then that we needed. Deteriorating.
So cold.
I was filthy, I was wet and cold. It's not a nice thing to be in. It's very, very small, very, very cramped.
It can be very, very warm going down, and when air's coming in to flush through, it's extremely cold. It's two extremes.
It hurts when I breathe in.
Yes, I know it does, my darling. You don't have to go down. That's it.
The chamber was taken to a pressure equivalent to a depth of 165 feet in only 3 minutes.
Not too bad, Alan. She's a little bit down still.
So how's she breathing? Is the breathing any better?
The breathing's better.
There's a mark up there, kind of brown mark.
Alan, I think her sight's back. Yes, there's a mark just there.
The sights came back very, very quickly once they got me down.
Try and follow it. Yes, her eyes are reacting, Alan. We knew we were on a winner then, and we got her back.
Dave, I've just spoken to Vernon. We're going to move from the 165 now. We're going to start our ascent. You've just got to keep an eye on her.
Okay, Alan.
But as they began to bring her up, things didn't go according to plan.
All was going well until we started our ascent.
She's hyperventilating, Alan.
She's going.
She's going. Alan, I think we're going to lose her, mate. She's gone out on me.
Trish relapsed, much to our horror, and it was devastating at that point after all we'd gone through with her.
Righto, Dave, we're going to go back down to 165, okay?
Okay.
Thank you,
We've gone back down to 165 foot, and to be quite honest, we really need your help now. I realised it was going to be a marathon stint when Trish relapsed. That's when the reality of it came home. until she'd relapsed, it was going to be a straightforward recompression that would have lasted for 10 hours.
The naval doctors prescribed a course of steroids, which were rushed to Stony Cove from the local hospital.
The Leicester Flying Squad helped Dave immensely because Dave had never given an injection before.
I once was learned how to give an injection by sticking it into an orange. It came in very handy, but the nurse who actually talked you through it through the little window in the chamber was incredible.
Push the needle. It's the vein, in the direction of the shoulder.
The steroid in this case is actually to prevent swelling. Where you have the bubble lodged in the brain, as Trish did, and you've got to bear in mind she was critically ill. This bubble is actually causing damage to the blood vessel, and so you get a swelling in that area.
Well done, Dave.
Thank you.
Everybody was trying to keep everybody's spirits up. There was a job to be done. The lads outside, and you were working 24 hours, you know, on shifts around the clock.
Dave, how you feeling?
We're a bit done in, to be honest with you, but not too bad. We're just doing an hour or two sleep, I think, Alan.
19 hours into the run now, Dave. 19 and a quarter hours. He was coping very, very well, but he was incredibly tired. I mean, he'd seen Trish really come back and respond well to the treatment, only then to start to slip away from him, of which he did a superb job in getting her back again.
Okay, Trish.
After 24 hours under pressure in the chamber, the steroid treatment was beginning to have an effect. Slowly, the feeling was returning to Trisha's legs.
Try and move them a bit.
Yeah, I'm getting a bit more feeling in them.
Come on, try and move them.
But as Trisha improved, there was now concern for Dave's health.
There you go.
There was a danger, because of the treatment that we'd been giving to Trish, that we could, in actual fact, give Dave a bend when he came out of the chamber. We didn't want to tell him that, because we didn't want him to worry about it.
Dave, you were stay awake, weren't you?
Yeah, yeah.
Dave, I knew at this point, he was shattered. I mean, gosh, he hadn't slept at all. And little Andy came in to sit there with us.
Oh, it's really good to see you. Hi, Dave. Here comes the cavalry.
Andy Fraser was sent in to monitor Dave and Trisha during this final critical phase. They'd been in for 31 hours, but their ordeal wasn't over yet.
For the last 8 hours before we actually came out of the chamber, we were on special oxygen masks.
Okay. Come on, won't you?
I couldn't breathe, and I didn't have the ability to my body to tell me to do it itself. So Dave just held my hand, and for 8 hours he just kept squeezing it every time I needed to breathe in. I had to physically breathe in and then breathe out, and then he'd squeeze my hand again.
What happens is that the carbon dioxide in your body actually is the encouraging factor to make you breathe. And because we were giving Trish pure oxygen, then it was removing this will to breathe.
There was one point I just, you know, had enough. It's right doing it. You try doing it for a minute, you know, and I just didn't want to. I just had enough. I just nearly given up.
You come, Mother. Come on. You've come so far. Come on. There's a good girl. Come on. When you were ready to come out, especially the last half hour coming back, that's the longest half hour of your life. But as soon as you hear the door go, it's an incredible feeling.
I can't describe it. There was Trish. I mean, almost, well, she was dying in front of us when we put her in there.
I put it to the skill of the lads for getting her in the chamber so quick. If she'd have been anywhere else, she'd have been a cabbage, I think, for the rest of her life.
Dave suffered no long-term effects, but hospital tests showed Trisha had burst a lung during her rapid ascent. She'd also damaged the part of her brain that controls body temperature. For Trisha, it confirmed her worst fears.
When I was in the chamber, I just got it in my mind that I was going to carry on diving.
I'll be diving again.
Trish, I don't think you'll be able to dive again, but that is certainly up to the doctors.
I know it's all I've ever wanted to do.
I know it is, Widow. No.
I just can't bear it that I can't do it again, you know.
Well, you'll have to see the doctors, though, Widow. You'll have to see the doctors whether you can. That's all right.
I can't with everything. I can't do it.
It's all right.
And when I was told I couldn't dive again, I don't know, it just world fell apart to me. It threw everything, you know, that I'd planned out the window. So I was very, very bitter and very angry about it.
You're alive, Widow. That's most important. When I saw her reaction, all you can do, you can't talk them out of it. All you can give them is just love. It may sound silly, but you've just got to give a lot of love.
Tricia never will be able to dive again, but she stayed in touch with everyone who saved her life.
Dave was incredible. He just treated me like his own daughter. And there's no way he was going to lose me in there. No way. He's going to keep me going. One thing it did do, it frightened me, because very few people have a brush like that with death or whatever you want to call it. You try and look at it and say, well, lucky I did survive. You've got to accept it.
There are only 35 of these recompression chambers in the country, and the fact that Stony Cove had one on site was vital for Tricia's survival. But in an emergency, most people wouldn't be able to get to one in a few minutes. So it's important that divers minimise the risk of an accident by following a few basic rules, and it's important for the rest of us to be able to recognise when a diver is in distress. The British Sub-Aqua Club has this advice, and in a couple of minutes there's a data burst on the same subject.
Plan your dive to suit the least experienced member of your group, then stick to the plan. Tell the Coast Guards about your dive and check the tides and weather. You may have to abandon it if the weather deteriorates, so make sure everyone understands the signal to return to the surface. A dive marshal always stays on the surface. They check safety equipment, but divers must be responsible for their own gear. The marshal will also sort out buddy pairs. Avoid an odd number in your group so that no one dives alone. In buddy diving, you must keep an eye on your partner. If you become separated, search underwater for about 30 seconds and then return to the surface and look there. Always tell the dive boat what's happening. Use the familiar OK sign to say that everything's all right. Any other signal will be taken as come and get me. If there's no signal, a diver could be in serious trouble. The National Diving Committee recommends a maximum depth of 50 metres, but only if you're very experienced. Otherwise, you should stay above 30 metres. If you're making several dives in a day, start with the deepest and don't do more than 3 in 24 hours. As we saw with Tricia, decompression illness, often called the bends, occurs when a diver surfaces too fast. The rapid change in pressure causes bubbles to form in the blood and tissues. It's prevented by coming up in stages, known as decompression stops. The safe rate of ascent is set down in diving tables, but you should know your own limitations and make an allowance for your age and fitness. Someone suffering from the bends may have pain in the joints, skin irritation, numbness, nausea, or even convulsions. These symptoms may not appear until several hours after a dive. They can affect a diver's judgment, so be wary if they say they're fine but seem unwell. If a diver gets the bends at sea, the Coast Guard will arrange their transfer to a recompression chamber. Inland, get them to hospital as fast as possible, and just as Alan did after Tricia's accident, they'll seek expert advice from Portsmouth Naval Base. A recompression chamber recreates the pressure at which the diver was operating. Then it reduces it over several hours, so the bubbles gradually disperse. But changing the pressure can affect the voice, so don't be worried if they sound strange. Sometimes the humour of the situation eases what can be a tense few hours.
There's more information on diving safety in the BBC 999 Lifesaver Guide. And in the time it takes me to give you the address where you can send for a copy, you can record more programme information that's also available on CFAX from this week's data burst. Anyway, to get a copy of the guide, send a cheque for £2.50 made payable to BBC Education to 999 Lifesaver Guide, PO Box 7, London W3 6XJ. That address and more life-saving information on CFAX, page 621. This is the Swallowfield Bypass, a stretch of the A33 just south of Reading. Like most dual carriageways, it has a maximum speed limit of 70 miles an hour, the same restriction that applies to all motorways. But unlike motorways, it also has junctions like this one, where it's perfectly legal to do a U-turn, a manoeuvre that's strictly illegal for ordinary motorway traffic. In March 1994, an accident happened at this junction that was to change Dean Milroy's life. In our reconstruction, he's played by an actor, but all the members of the emergency services involved in his rescue take part as themselves.
This computer simulation shows the movement of the driver forwards into the airbag during impact. Such computer simulation is absolutely vital in fine-tuning the airbag system to the behavior of the vehicle in crash, and ensures that the airbag only goes off where it's absolutely necessary to prevent serious injury.
We've seen an awful lot of road traffic accidents in the job, and first impressions were that he's got to be dead with this sort of impact.
Theory is one thing, but practice is another, so we had to crash test hundreds of vehicles in our testing centre and monitor the results to ensure complete reliability of the system.
Dual carriageways which are subject to 70 miles an hour speed limit, in my opinion, shouldn't have intersections which vehicles can do U-turns on.
Dean Milroy, a computer systems salesman, had just finished his last appointment and was driving back to his home near Reading.
All of these systems work together in conjunction with the specially designed crumple zones in the vehicle body in order to make the driving environment as safe as possible.
The lorry driver could see how bad it was. He called up the emergency services on his mobile phone.
Hello, emergency service. I need an ambulance, please. There's been a very bad accident.
Luckily, the police and fire brigade were stationed just a couple of miles up the road and got there in minutes, shortly followed by an ambulance crew.
What's your name, mate? What's your name?
It's Dean.
Dean, have you hurt anywhere?
On your jaw.
On your jaw.
Hello.
When I arrived at the accident, obviously I thought that the driver would be dead. There wasn't really much doubt in my mind. When I actually went round to the vehicle and I saw the driver in it, and I realised he was alive, and I thought, thank God for that.
Dr. Alan Budd arrived soon after. He's part of an organisation called BASICS, a national association of doctors on emergency standby.
Dean's injuries, when I did a preliminary survey, was that he injured his jaw and his chest was painful, and I was very worried about his pelvis and his feet, which I couldn't really see, and I was trying to encourage the firemen to get on with the work as fast as they could.
Right, what have we got? That's insecure. I want that lashed off before anything else. I want all non-circumstantial personnel pulled back from the job.
The articulated lorry involved was in a very precarious position. The load had shifted and was hanging over the vehicle, over the car with the driver in. When we've got one person trapped in the car, in that sort of situation, we don't want to then suddenly have 6 people involved in the car, trapped by the load of the lorry or the lorry itself. So therefore, the safety of the vehicle was paramount.
How far is his feet? Then trap this side. Yeah, we need to get in.
Well, we had diesel all over the road and over the lower half of the casualty, which, although diesel isn't highly flammable, we had to tread very carefully that we didn't cause sparks or arcing from the battery.
They called in a special rescue service vehicle. It carries state-of-the-art cutting and lifting equipment designed for serious road accidents.
We had to make the lorry safe first by using airbags under the back axles to lift the weight of the lorry slightly, then use hydraulic equipment to lift the body of the lorry as the suspension units were damaged, and we used wooden blocks to chock the lorry into place.
As they stabilised the lorry, it was becoming obvious that the only way they were going to get Dean out was to take off the roof of the car. This was going to be a much harder job than usual, and Dean had already been trapped for nearly an hour.
As we started to cut down through the vehicle, we found that somewhere down the bottom end of his body, the lower half of the legs, there was something really trapped. So we had to remove most of the inside of the vehicle to get right down towards the pedals of the vehicle.
I was getting very, very anxious that we needed to get him out into hospital, and there's a great danger after an hour of some disaster happening, and I was very worried at that time that he was still trapped by his feet very securely, and we hadn't got him out.
All my instructions in?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, and go?
Yeah.
It wasn't until we actually tried to release him from the car that he screamed out in pain, and we had to obviously stop. And we had another look, and we found that his foot was actually round behind the radio console with a bit of metal actually sticking into his foot.
On further investigation, we found that a piece of metal had come through the floor of the car and actually gone through his big toe and pushed the bone of his big toe behind the dashboard, which meant that we had to take everything apart to get his foot out without causing any further injury.
It took an hour and a half to get him out. During the next 3 months, he underwent a series of complex operations on his leg, foot and jaw.
The recovery process over a period of time, such as just over a year, is very slow for the individual. However, once you get high up on that physical mending cycle and start to plateau and everything goes a bit slower, I think then that's when you start to become a little bit more cognizant of the mental side of things, and you get upset and you get worried and depressed and such like, and just fearful for the future.
It's important to remember with a passenger airbag, if you're using a child seat, that the seat must be facing in the forward position, not rearward facing, because this would place the baby's head too close to the airbag.
When I was quite young, I was lucky enough to go to America, and airbags were commonplace over there, and I wish that it could become commonplace over here many years ago, because it could have saved so many more people's lives.
I know for a fact, and I think this will be endorsed by the various specialists who were on the scene, they've all, in fact, mentioned to me that I certainly wouldn't be here if it weren't for that one feature. Albeit steering wheels and other front fascia are padded. When you hit that with your head at that sort of speed, you're not going to survive in many cases without something like this.
It was rather remarkable on that day that having attended this accident, that in the morning I'd actually just purchased a car which my wife mainly uses for long motorway trips, and this car actually had an airbag, and it's the first time I've had a car with an airbag, so it was very appropriate, and I felt really elated about that and pleased that the family would be safe.
This is the electrical checkout system, or ECOS. During this process, the test module is connected up to the vehicle's electrical system. And all of the
Dean has still got a way to go, but the more he's learnt about the accident, the more he's come to terms with his injuries. He asked 999 to tell his story.
I just feel that I haven't taken enough notice on how important life is. It's almost as though everyone in the world needs a bad accident to happen, a near family, to realise the value of life.
This oar is used to steer a surf boat, and believe me, it's not an easy job. When this boat hits the water, it takes the skill and strength of an experienced sweep to do the business. The local expert here at the Perranporth Surf Patrol is Peter Gaisford. He's also responsible for encouraging sporting competition here in Britain as a means of attracting people to the sport and also keeping them fit for the job. A regional and national organiser, Peter's considered one of the great ambassadors of surf life-saving.
I think the lifeguard's a bit of an unsung hero, really. Everybody has the picture postcard image, or the classic Baywatch, I suppose, image, but a lifeguard's job is bloody hard work. It really is. When you've got a sea full of people, there's quite a bit of stress trying to encourage them to stay in the area that you want them to swim in. The IRB's been the best. It's the best piece of equipment that any beach could have, providing it's done to Australian specs, roller rope, proper nose rope, prop guard. You can't beat it in surf. In really nippy, quick, pick up your patient and you're out and back. A good crew can get out through major surf in an IRB.
Got out to the brake line and just got hit by a huge wall of wave. Just spun me over, top over tail, straight over back. And then one of the lifeguards came along and grabbed me. So I was quite glad to see him there because it was a bit hairy out there.
This board's in for repair. This is a standard rescue board that the lifeguards use on the majority of the beaches. The boards either come in during the summer if they're desperately needed by the guards, or usually I get them at the end of the season. These boards and skis have been refined into racing versions and are used in competition by lifeguards.
Okay, ski race!
I've worked 6 years as a professional lifeguard. I've always enjoyed the competitive side of it. It's a good adrenaline rush sometimes in big surf. It is the toughest guy that can get out. Competition is important because I feel that a lifeguard should be fit and able to do the job that he's been asked to do. If you're in a rescue situation, if I'm a patient, I want someone who can get to me quickly. So now I run competitions. We run what we call twilight competitions. There are no prizes or anything, it's more or less a training exercise for a lot of them. And now I've got into surf boats, which is, that is a pretty frightening event, really. Surf boats came out of the whalers, the old whalers in Australia. So in big seas, they needed to find a way of getting out through surf.
The sweep, the man who steers, takes total control of where the boat's going, and all we do is row, just like an engine room, really. We have faith in him, he has faith in us, really. That's the way it works, isn't it?
You've not got time to worry about what's behind you. You've just got to worry about looking at your blade in the water. Making sure that you don't catch a crab or wash out. When the big waves come, you've just got to make sure that your blade doesn't get caught by them.
It's now a sport within surf lifesaving in its own right. At the last count, I've managed to destroy two oars and one sweep oar, which is the most expensive sport I think I've ever been in. Big surf deserves respect. It's just like the fishermen and the guys who are in the RNLI. When you start getting into big surf, big seas, then you give it the respect it deserves, because it's a pretty fickle animal, the sea. It may look quite inviting in one moment, and the next minute it can just turn and you've got yourself a major rescue on your hands within seconds.
That last wave, it picked us up, and I thought the water was starting to come up over the nose of the boat, and I thought, well, this could be really serious, but it just managed to pop out, and then we roller coasted along. It was not our day. Never mind. Oh, that's surf, isn't it? This is the bane of my life, this thing. This is the line that holds the swimming buoys.